This is Friend Check, a middle-aged guy screening his Facebook friends through podcast interviews. Throw in some craft beer and a stoner best friend as the Ed McMahon type, and you have a pretty cool podcast.
Joe drinks beer, still smokes weed. They're asking Facebook friends who do you really be? What was your high school mascot? It's a friend check. Let's go deep and explore. Are we just acquaintances or something more? Let's find out. Let's open the friendship door. It's the Friend Check podcast, motherfucker. Who the hell are you? Why are we friends? Should we keep this going or is it time for this to end? It's the Friend Check podcast, motherfucker.
There we go. All right, what are you drinking, Brian McCartney?
What am I drinking? Not a beer.
Oh.
It's a Cheech and Chong high and dry
Oh,
THC seltzer.
so you're getting high right now? You're getting
Nice.
stoned as fuck right
Nice.
now?
It's 5 milligrams. It'll just help me sleep. That's
Oh,
about
really?
all I'm gonna do. But it's
Big
lovely.
stoner.
I like these. It's
Nice.
a new discovery of mine in the past couple weeks. It just makes me calm, and when it's bedtime, I stay in bed. and
Yeah.
Nice.
sleep all night.
Nice.
So it's
Yeah.
been super helpful. That
Yeah.
and it's 0 calories too. So that's
That's the other thing. You can drink
that-
that and you're not adding to your gut, which
exactly.
what I'm drinking is a tall boy little slurp.
Oh, you've talked
From-
about that before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
little
that's a
sl-
hearty. That's
Yeah,
a
this
hearty.
is my favorite, but this is a 6% alcohol. So when you do a tall
Nice.
one, it's
Yeah,
Nice.
gonna be too much. So, but it's delicious.
I love
Good.
the hazy IPAs. Those are my
Yeah.
favorite.
Noda Brewing. It's a very kind of fruity one, kind of not very
Mhm.
fruity, but it's like real hazy, real like you can't see through the
Nice.
beer at all. Anyway,
Oh.
Steve, I should ask you,
Oh,
what are you smoking?
oh, well, I'm smoking. It was from a garden up north,
Okay.
and when the seeds were passed along to the gardener, they said it's a Death Walker, a combination of Death Star and Luke Skywalker. The grower looked at it and said, the gardener looked at it and said, "This isn't that." And he popped it in the ground. It popped back up, and it's not that. It's not that, but it's very good.
All
So
right.
what he did is he just called it GFP for good fucking pot.
Okay.
And what I'm drinking is a Waterloo blackberry lemonade. Blackberry lemonade.
Lovely.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good. All right, so we are joined here by Brian McCartney. A little preface, those of you who've listened to the previous 10 episodes of Friend Check, and if you haven't, really, you're going to have to go back and listen to each one to understand what's happening here. But I'm going through my Facebook friend list. I was going alphabetical by first name because that's the way Facebook showed me my list on my app on my phone. But alas, I've noticed, I don't know if it updated or it's because I have an Apple phone now or what, but it now doesn't show me that. So I kind of lost track where I was. I don't know how to do it. I did ask the next person on the A list, who is Amy Smead, who I worked with at Wood Lane. It's AIMEE, which is why she's the
Ooh.
first Amy. And she was like, what? And that's when I realized I was kind of running into a thing like, I have a lot of friends that aren't in the arts necessarily or aren't really comfortable just jumping on a podcast. So a lot of people are like, why would you want to talk to me? But those I think are my favorites because
Well,
that's when you find out
people
about
are people, man.
Yeah.
Everyone has a story. They just don't know it.
right. It's not just us actors and voiceover people and comedians that have stories. But so
And
I
retail
bet
clerks.
I'll bet if I can get her on here, I'll bet I'm leaving the invitation out. She's, I guess, considering. I sent her the other episodes, like, listen to these and
Good,
see what you think.
good. Yeah,
But I think a lot of people are like, I don't want to put anything out there and get fired or whatever, and whatever I say. But I'm like, I'm open to everybody. I'll delete anything anyway. While she's
What if
thinking
someone
about it-
wanted Final Cut?
oh yeah, I'll let them.
Like if someone said, "All right,
I'll even
do it."
disguise their voice. I'll change their
Oh.
voice if they need to,
Oh,
Oh, that'd be
and take
great.
their name out. I can do that.
We
I
should
can
we should do
stuff.
that. Just randomly ask. Would
Maybe
it
I'll
be
start
cool if
doing
we
it,
just
yeah.
started blurring? If we blurred you and changed your voice?
Yeah,
Why?
Brian,
Why-
you
why
can say
not?
that at the end. You can say, "Please make me sound
Wow.
like
Yeah.
a lady."
okay.
That said, so I was looking at that, I was thinking, boy, and then I looked at like the next 3 or 4 down the list before I lost the alphabet. I was like, these are going to be hard convinces. And then I started seeing, like, looking farther down the list, I'm like, there's some things I'm going to have to confront, like some uncomfortable, ex-girlfriends or like people I haven't, like, oh, I don't know about this. So I'm like, So then when I relooked, I was like, shit, that's gone. What other options? But now it lets me sort friends, which I didn't have before. And I
Ooh.
can sort by oldest friends, like longest friends, according to Facebook, and newer friends. So all the newer ones are all going to be people from Charlotte or people I just met that I really don't know. But I look at the older friends and it's like, oh my God. So Brian was number one. You were my first Facebook
Wow.
friend. This
Even
is
before
Brian
your
McCartney.
wife?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She
Well,
didn't
I
have,
mean,
she didn't have Facebook at first. It took me a while to get her on here. And
Okay, fair
I have
enough.
vague memories of joining Facebook, and we'll get into that in a minute. But this is Brian McCartney, my oldest Facebook friend. He was my first Facebook friend back when, uh, you had to, I think you originally had to be invited by somebody, right? Remember, you had to be
Yeah.
invited, or you had to be
yeah,
a college student when I joined. Like you either only college
Originally,
students.
that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
You had to have like
yeah.
an EDU email address.
that's right. So college
Yeah.
students and professors could be on there. And so I remember you telling me, "Hey, Jeff Stevenson invited me. He's got an EDU email address, so
Mm.
should now get on here. It's MySpace is stupid now. We're gonna jump on Facebook." And I was like, "Nah, I like MySpace. It's great. I like ranking my friends and the stupid music." You're like, "No, that's stupid. Facebook's where it's at. It's the cool young people thing now, and
No,
it's
not
all."
anymore.
No, yeah,
Well, I mean,
we
it
took it and
was.
ruined it. We ruined it.
Well,
We
that
did.
was the thing when we weren't the old people necessarily. We were the older people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So when we joined it, it was still the cool hip thing, and then we promptly ruined it as we aged and people were aging.
Yeah.
And then the other things had to come to be like, oh yeah, we don't want to be on your stupid parents' platform or whatever. But at the time,
As is the way, as
yeah,
it should be.
it is the way. It
Yeah.
is the way.
Like 13-year-olds shouldn't want to hang out with a bunch of people in their late 40s.
No. And that's another
No.
thing. We're getting to the point now where my friends' kids are showing up on my you may know, and I'm like, I don't I think it's not appropriate for me to friend my son's
Oh, dude, I still feel
Right.
bad for accidentally friending your niece.
Yeah.
Like,
Devin?
what is this? Oh shit, I friended Devin. Yeah.
Oh, Devin, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think my other nieces you would probably be friends with, Beef's kids,
Well-
right? Because you knew them better.
Well, yeah, Beef's kids, but I'm not. I try not to be friends with anyone under 18.
Yeah, but you're
The
different.
rule I go
Yeah.
with is if they ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's okay.
that's where I'm at
Yeah.
now. And that's just in general. You know, if
So,
I
Joe,
want to,
I'm friends with your daughter, Joe.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they know. I feel like my daughter knows my friends more than
Yeah.
I know a lot of my friends' kids. Like, and then Steve, you're like an uncle. I mean, you go to our
Yeah,
family
no, I mean,
vacation.
yeah.
So for
Yeah.
my kids to ask you, it's like
Yeah.
you're basically their uncle because every year we go to the same vacation. We go on vacation.
oh yeah, no, I
and
I
their
remember
little
them.
cousin group, like you and Drew are like celebrities because
Yeah.
they probably
you
make
do-
fun of you guys like
Well,
they do
as well
all
they
of us.
should. Why? You know, like if a kid calls me cool, I don't trust that kid.
yeah.
You know, I don't trust him anyway. Just I work with a 17-year-old, and I enjoy blaming him for stuff.
Well, sure.
It's like, why are you blaming me for things? Like, dude, I'm gonna blame you for the sun coming up. All right, just get over it. Just get used to it.
This is our relationship.
Yes.
That's how it
That's
works.
it. And so, okay, so Brian was my first friend. That's how we became friends on Facebook because he was like the one, hey, you should get on here. I remember exactly the computer I was on, everything. When I first looked at it, I lived in Portage at the time. I had already left Chicago by the time I was
Okay.
on Facebook because I remember thinking, what's this Facebook thing? It's a young college kid thing. And I was in a college town. I was right outside of Bowling Green in Portage, and I had this little computer desk that I got free from work. And I was like, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't remember. I remember sitting at that desk, like carefully choosing the order of my MySpace friends each day. Like, oh, you know what? That person's now in my top 5 and not in the top 10 or whatever it was. And Brendan Kane, you've fallen for doing it. Like we would punish each other for stupid things. Like you said a stupid comment, you've moved down my friend list. You're now 24 or whatever. But I remember carefully being like, oh, I don't want to hurt their feelings. So I'll move them up. And then that whole thing is really stupid now I look back on it. But that's not where I know you from. I've known Brian McCartney for a lot more years. So I'm going to tell the listeners my journey and see if I can remember how we remember each. I mean, so this is what's going to be different now because the other episodes going alphabetically, it's a lot of this has been like, oh, how do we know each other? I think I met you here. I think I met you there. I'm not no, but now that I'm going oldest friends, in theory, it should be people that we know really well. And for
Mhm.
Steve, a lot of these people we both know really
Oh,
well, and these should be good
yeah.
conversations. And then by the time
Though,
we go, huh?
no, I didn't want to interrupt. You're on a roll.
Oh, so
But I was just
anyway,
like, I just
yeah,
want
yeah, go
go
ahead.
on. No, I didn't want to.
You wanted to interrupt, but what? Here, I'm gonna take a sip. So tell me what you're gonna say.
Thank you. I do enjoy when people don't know me because
Ah,
Joe will have a conversation with them and it'll be those two just trying to figure out where they know each other. And I'm sitting in a dark basement.
Well, I do know you, Steve.
I
I've been
know.
knowing you as long as Joe, but
No.
quite a long time because Steve was just
Yes.
always there. He's
yeah,
just always
Steve's
there.
always just kind of an
Yeah, I'm just kind
accessory.
of, you know,
Yeah. So okay, so when I met Brian McCartney, so we probably actually we did meet. Uh, I guess before you moved to Chicago at some point because you were in a play with Andy
Oh yeah, sure did.
called Twelfth Night.
Hmm.
Now I don't I think I remember seeing you and your wife Jessica uh, in that because I know I watched that. But a little funny story about that play. It was at the Collingwood Performing Arts Center. Does that sound right? Collingwood,
No, it was the Ohio Theater.
Ohio Theater. It was
Yeah,
off of
over
Collingwood. It was near Collingwood Boulevard.
kinda on the other side of Central Catholic High School.
Okay, which is where you
Yeah.
went to school, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But it's yeah.
it was not a great area. Uh,
No.
yeah, no. So here's a funny story. You might not even know this. So the first time I think I met you at that with your wife played my brother's twin. I was in
Yes.
high school. I was I think a junior in high school, possibly. Um, maybe I was a senior. I think I was a junior. Um, and so I drove with my girlfriend at the time who was on crutches, uh, uh, to that play. And my car, I had a Ford Tempo, a shitty Ford Tempo that had all kinds of problems, and it broke down on when I left that. Left that play to take her back home, but I broke down on right in front of the projects on
Oh boy.
Collingwood Boulevard, and she's in crutches, and it just wouldn't start. I just couldn't get it to start. I don't know what
Oh
happened,
no.
and so I'm on the street
Did you
after
just
just
leave
seeing
her
my
there?
brother
Is she
play.
still there?
She's still there, yeah. No, but she was so we didn't know what to do. Didn't have cell phones then, so I
No.
just had to like try to find a payphone. And there was like a gas station like way, way, way in the distance, and she's on crutches. I'm like, and it was getting chilly out, and I was like, we're gonna have to walk to that gas station. She's like, I can't. I'm on crutches. I'm like, do you want to stay in the car and I'll walk? She's like, no, I want to stay with you. So we start kind of going, and this car pulls up, filled with four people of color, and they were all women. Um, and they seemed nice enough to me. And they're like, "Hey, do you need help?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Do you need a ride to the gas station to make a call?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, the girl was like, "No, no, no, don't get in the car. Don't, no, don't, no. We can't get in the car with them. We can't get in the car with them." She was scared to death. I was like, "They're helping us. We need their help." They're
Yeah.
very nice, and there was a lot of you could smell like weed in the car or whatever. And I was like, I don't care that they're smoking weed. We need help, and they're offering help. And so we got in the car. They drove us, and I called my stepdad, who later screamed and yelled at me, which was like, it was nothing. It
Yeah.
wasn't my. I
Well.
didn't do this on purpose. But that was I think the first time I ever saw you guys.
Wow.
Um, yeah, little funny story. And then the next time was so we were moving to Chicago in 1999 fall,
Hmm.
and um, Amy, my now wife, she was my girlfriend at the time, my fiance, if you will, fiance. We were moving to Chicago,
Betrothed.
and I think you guys are the only really number we were given of anybody who lives there. We had gone a few times to try to look at apartments or whatever, and I can't remember if I called you a few times there to ask for advice, which neighborhoods, and I think we just missed each other or whatever. And then um I'm trying to remember what happened. So I think we had been trying to ask you for advice or whatever, and we just kept we never got in touch with you. And then we moved there in October of 99, and we had the hardest time moving there. Like it started raining really bad. So I'm trying to think what happened. We drove there and we had a U-Haul truck. My mom and stepdad drove us there and helped us move in and everything. We're moving in a giant U-Haul truck. And on the way to Chicago on Lakeshore Drive, it's smoke just starts pouring out of it. It's just like flying out.
no.
And we barely knew where we were going or how to get off the directions. We're looking at maps, again, pre-cell phone. We get there and we get into the driveway of the apartment building, and it just falls apart. Like the hood falls off and all this shit falls out of it. It's not going to move. And we're going to leave it here in the alley overnight. And then we get there and we get to the apartment, and we can't find the manager. The manager finally answers, finally opens the door, and the people that lived there before us didn't move out. They just
I
left.
vaguely remember that. Yeah.
They left all of their shit. So they just abandoned their stuff exactly as is. So it looked like a fully furnished apartment, complete with clothes and everything in there.
Wow.
So they just disappeared. And so we're like, what the fuck? We got to move in. We got nowhere to go. What are we going to do? And so the manager just starts taking all their shit and dumping it out in the alley, like throwing it off the deck and on the ground, like furniture. And then my mom's like, wait a minute, this is good furniture. If you're going to throw it away, I will take it back with me and sell it. Like I'll keep all the furniture. So she filled up her van with furniture.
Wow.
Anyway, but that was a nightmare. So then we had to empty an apartment and clean it out and then move in.
Oh God.
That was a nightmare. In the rain. It didn't start raining then, but then when they left, they stayed the weekend with us, and we had, it was kind of a good, nice visit weekend. Then they left. And when they left on Sunday, that's when, we better go grocery shopping. And it started pouring rain, and we didn't have I don't know if we had a car at the beginning. I guess we did have a car, but the grocery store was just right on the corner. So we went grocery shopping, and we didn't realize how small the grocery aisles were. And it's like, in a big city, you don't buy groceries for like a month, you just buy them, or 2 weeks or whatever. You buy them by day, I guess, because we couldn't get a shopping cart down the fucking aisle. Like we couldn't crowd it. Everybody's yelling at us, and it's raining and cold. And we're like, as they left, it was like dark and stormy. And then we had to go look for jobs, and we kind of started like kind of crying. Like I know Amy was crying. I don't know why I was crying, but I was like, this is scary. This sucks. And we knew no one. And we went from having all these friends in college. Now we know nobody. And so that Monday, we went to look for jobs, like temp jobs and everything. We went into the city, and we had to take our tests and everything. And we're just like looking for auditions and everything, because we went there to do theater and everything. And so when we got home that day, we had a message on the answering machine. Apparently we had tried to call you to ask you, I don't know, whatever, like other advice or whatever. We got your number from Andy. We got home that day. We're all stressed out and tired and sad. And it was a Monday, and you were like, hey, I feel like such a pill for now returning your call. I'm sorry. I know we missed a lot. But this is Brian McCartney. Andy said you guys moved to this area. Sounds like that's a good area. And I don't know if you like football, but me and my buddy Rich are going to go, and Jessica, we're going out to it's a bar that has volleyball courts. Remember what that is?
North Beach.
North Beach. We're going to North Beach to watch football. We're going to watch the Bills-Dolphins game. And I was like, football? Theater people who like football? Holy shit, yeah. Oh my God, friends. And so he came and picked us up, and we went and watched football. And it was just like, oh my God. And we probably were annoying as hell and latched onto you guys pretty hardcore because we needed somebody. And then I know for like a good 2 years, we're like, do they even like us, or are they just still doing something? Like I feel like I don't know if they even. I think, are we like being too much? Like we don't know, but we also had beer in common. We all liked beer a lot. So so and then we just started hanging out pretty much every weekend from then on while we lived in Chicago. And then you ended up, we got married, and you guys were in our wedding and everything. And so, thanks for that.
I remember that.
Yeah. Does that all sound familiar?
It does indeed. Yeah.
Nice.
Forgotten about North Beach though. I
North
knew.
Beach. Yeah.
Yeah.
A few years back, I actually tracked down the game because Rich remembered exactly what the game was. It was Dolphins and Bills and
Wow.
what day, and I looked up the year what that was. So I have somewhere on a calendar the exact date that was.
That's
What
funny.
Monday
Nice.
in
Wow.
October of 1999 that was.
Because that's the day you met Rich.
That's the day I met
Yeah.
Rich Helland. I would have never known him. Yeah, and and he was funny. He was hilarious, and so yeah, Richard Helland, who is very, very funny too. So that's when we met you.
Yep.
But now let's talk about you a little bit. Like, I already know a lot of this about you, but I want to talk
Okay.
mascots. The time before I met you, I
Okay.
want to know growing up. I already know, I feel like, again, I know a lot about you. So I know
Yeah.
the things that people are going to love about this, and we'll get into some of these stories too, is that you are an actor who actually has like credits on television and
Yeah.
movies. That's a big deal. I mean, Chicago Fire and Chicago Med, were you on both of them?
Yep. Yep.
So
Both of those.
you were like,
Were you the same character?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
are they in the same world, those two shows?
They're in the same world, yeah, but
But
because
you're
there's also
different people.
Chicago PD. There's three of them.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
there
were you on
used to
PD?
be- No, I haven't done
Oh.
that one. There used to be a fourth. There was Chicago Justice, but that only lasted
Oh.
like 2 years. But they filmed them all here, and there's kind of a rule that if you're in an episode, you can't be in that show again as a different character for 2 years.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
okay,
good.
That's good. Yeah,
Little
yeah.
universe
So-
rules.
Right.
Universe
Yeah.
rules.
So I've actually been on Chicago Fire twice, playing two different characters. I was
Oh,
in
Nice.
season one.
Yeah.
I was a firefighter in
Yeah.
another firehouse, and one of the guys goes over there. But I was just in that one episode, and then
Okay.
you never saw me again. And
Okay.
then season 10, I'm in the finale, the big wedding scene
Yeah.
between two of the main characters, Kelly and Stella. If you watch the show, that I was the boat captain who married them.
Oh,
in-
you were a
Nice.
boat captain because I remember you had a captain's hat, but I thought you were like a
Yep.
fire captain or something.
Nope. And it was funny because I thought, when I was called in my audition, they said, reading for Captain Herrera, which I thought was funny, Herrera.
Yeah.
I don't look like a Herrera, but whatever. But
Some Herreras look like you.
he was a captain, and I thought, oh, I get to play like a higher up firefighter now. And they're
Yeah.
like, no, he's a boat captain. And it actually worked out really well because this was a little bit after I had let my beard get really big.
Uh-huh.
Because I was getting, just seeing what I could do, and I did get a pretty big. It was a pretty sizable beard, but apparently this is since COVID, so like all my audition and everything was all at home.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I never got to meet the director until the day that I showed up on set.
Okay.
Because they had all these COVID rules and protocols and everything. So I never actually met him or talked to him. I get to set and he looks at me and he's like, "Oh, you're here." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, hi." And I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
And he introduced himself and he says, "I have to tell you," he said, "we looked at 50 people for that part." And he said, when they come on camera, he said, "I saw your beard." And he said, "All I could think was, please don't suck, please don't suck, please don't suck." And he said that when I did my audition, he's like, "That's the guy.
That's it. So you
who I
had a
want."
beard
But
and you didn't suck.
because it was the beard. Yeah. So I mean,
That's good.
I mean, all those other
Yeah.
guys, I'm sure would have been perfectly fine as a boat captain to do a wedding, but it
Just
just
didn't have that beard.
That's the hard part, is that it's all about luck and what they're looking for that day, and you never know.
Yeah.
You
You
never
do,
know
yeah.
what they're looking for. And so
That's
you
right. And that beard does stand out in that scene. And you just look so like majestic and happy, and you got like the twinkle in your eye, kind of like that how you look at Santa Claus.
Mhm.
And in that most recent movie with AC Slater, what's that guy's name?
Mario Lopez.
Mario Lopez. Yeah, you were also in a
Yeah.
film with Mario Lopez that just came out
Mhm.
was that last Christmas?
Yeah, so just almost a year ago now. That
Yeah,
first
which
release.
I watched in its entirety. Well, I
Wow.
watched. No, wait. Let me say this. I watched your scenes in their entirety. I couldn't
Okay.
get through the rest. Like I watched
No.
the whole movie up until you showed up, and then from then, every time you left, then I was like, bring him back. So I did watch all of your scenes from then on, but I couldn't.
Fair
I
enough.
couldn't watch the story, but it was great. I mean, you just have a magical presence, and there is something about that. Seeing somebody you know really well, it almost makes it like breaks the reality for you, kind of like it's like, oh, I can't watch this
That's
show
McCartney.
now because it's not
That's
real.
not
Yeah.
Santa. That's
Yeah,
not
it's weird. It's so
McCartney.
weird. I remember having the same thing with Brian Richards when he
I mean,
was
he's
in
got
Law
a
and Order.
twinkly. He's got a twinkle in his eye, but
That
no.
twinkle, but I mean, it was really, really good. I mean, you were great in it, and it was like you're a movie star. I mean, I
I
don't know,
don't know about that.
well, you're better than those people. But
Yeah.
okay, that's it. So we might get, maybe we won't get to this. So it's good we covered this bit. So most people find that stuff interesting, but I want to go way back. I want to know
Yeah.
mascots. I want to know elementary school mascots.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
dude.
Okay.
When you were in
Colors.
yeah,
Like
colors.
when you was your elementary school, did you well, all right, was it a
No.
junior high or a middle school?
I went to one school for kindergarten. I went to DeVoe. That's when it
Okay.
was an elementary school. So I believe we were the Vikings, but I was only
Okay.
Ooh, Vikings.
Nice.
yeah. And then I went to Blessed Sacrament for
Ooh.
1st through 8th grade.
Oh, all right.
So
Yeah,
all
you
in the same
Catholics.
school.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you say
And
blunted sacrament?
Yes,
blessed.
Oh,
Blessed.
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 It'd been
Blessed
so cool if it was
blunts.
blunted.
Yeah, yeah. But we were the Chargers. We were the
Okay.
Chargers.
And was your logo like the lightning bolt?
It was,
horse.
yeah.
It was a
Blue
lightning
gold.
bolt. Okay.
It was the lightning bolt. Yeah, we had the lightning
Okay.
bolt. I did play football for a couple years.
Okay.
So yeah, my helmet had the lightning bolt like the
Oh,
Chargers.
nice.
And when you started playing football, and was that middle school or is that elementary too?
Yeah, like 5th, 6th, and 7th grade.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
What position did you start out as?
Oh, I was always an offensive lineman because
Okay.
Good for you.
well, they had in the Catholic League, we had weight limits for
Okay.
the players.
Oh.
So in 5th grade, I had a black star on the front of my helmet and on the back, which meant I could only play tackle to tackle offensive line. And that if I ever got the ball,
Yeah.
a fumble or something, I was immediately down.
Yeah.
Really? Because you're too
Yeah.
big?
Right. Yeah.
I didn't know that was a rule.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's
then, but
like
in
little
6th
kids, dude.
grade,
Yeah.
yeah, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So we had the 5th and 6th grade team and the 7th and 8th grade team. So
Yeah.
when I was in 6th grade, I was too big to be on the 5th and 6th graders team. And they
Okay.
made me play with the 7th and 8th graders.
Oh.
And then I had a red star on the front and back of my helmet, but that meant I could play defensive line as well as offensive line,
Oh.
tackle to tackle. And again,
Okay.
if you ever got the ball, you're down.
Oh,
So,
wow.
You're not allowed to, you're not allowed to run with the ball?
No. But the thing was I was in 6th grade and I was
Yeah.
playing with a bunch of 7th and 8th graders.
Yeah,
And I
you still
was
were not allowed to
the
run.
same skill level
Yeah.
as
Right.
them.
Yeah.
So I didn't really play that much that year.
Yeah.
I did get in a little bit, but then I played in 7th grade and so I was a black tag again, black star.
Okay.
So and,
Now,
yeah.
Now you and your dad favor each other a lot. Same kind of now that your dad is one of the nicest human beings I've ever met.
I think so.
But and he's like, and you're like a junior version of him. So, and when we were in Chicago, I will say you were everyone's dad. You were the dad because you were like, oh, I gotta build a thing from IKEA. Let's call Brian. Or how does this? Like, my power's out. Let's call Brian and see if he knows what to do. You were the dad, and then once I met your dad, I was like, oh my god, it's like the dad's
That's
dad.
why.
Like that's this guy is why he knows everything he knows, and Brian knows jack shit compared to William McCartney.
Yep.
So
True.
did your dad play football too? Was he a football guy when he was
No,
young?
he was wrestling. He did
Okay.
wrestling
Big
when he
wrestler.
was younger.
Nice.
And he actually has a brother who's a 2-time state champion.
Ooh.
The brother is 1 year younger than my dad. He wrestled for University of Toledo.
Oh, so you're young.
Nice.
Your uncle.
My uncle, yeah.
Yeah.
A couple other uncles who wrestled too, but yeah, my uncle Buzz,
Uncle
Uh,
Bud.
2-time state champion at the University of Toledo.
Okay,
Nice.
that's cool. And your dad was
Not in college. I guess you would be an NCAA champion. You wouldn't
Yeah.
state
Yeah.
champion.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
mean, he's a big deal. So
that's a
2-time.
pretty big deal.
And
And
I
so,
guess the team was, So.
did they both go to the same high school as you?
Dad's father was Navy, so they moved all over the place.
Okay,
Growing up, but actually, my dad did go to Central for 4 years.
he
And
did.
Actually, both of my grandfathers went to Central as well.
Wow.
Really? So you're a legacy kid.
Wow.
You're a legacy.
Yeah.
Legacy. Okay.
Wow,
Yeah.
you're some deep Toledo.
I know it. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
you said both grandfathers, like
uh,
on your mom's side and your dad's side, both went to Central?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
So you're a double legacy Central. Central is the
Centralite, the Fighting Irish.
Fighting Irish, right? Central. Okay, yeah.
Yep. But they were
That's
red and gray Fighting Irish.
That's right. Okay. And then cool, that's really cool. So did you play football at Central in high school? You didn't play.
No,
You
no, I didn't even
joined.
play in 8th grade.
Okay.
I didn't play it because there was another rule, all the rules, mouthpiece that
Yeah.
you had to have a mouthpiece in. And I had really, really bad allergies
Oh.
and I couldn't breathe with the mouthpiece in. So I would, after every play, I would spit it out and it would
Yeah.
dangle from my mask.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'd forget to put it back in and I get a penalty all the time. And,
Right.
then I got coaches yelling at me and like, I don't
Yeah.
respond well to being screamed at. So the whole football life was not for
That's
me.
not your thing.
I was
Yeah.
not. No,
Yeah.
no.
Now Central is just high school, right? It's not Central Middle School, right?
Yeah. No, it's just 4 years.
So you were still at Blunted Sacrament
Blessed
for middle school.
Sacrament.
The
8th
blunts,
grade.
the blunts of sacrament.
The charges.
The
Charges. And did you grow up over there where your parents live? Like where I've been to your parents' house? Is that the house you grew up in?
That is not the house I grew up in. It's
Oh.
not far from there, though. I was
Off
just
of
down the street
Harvest?
from DeVoe,
Oh, okay. Okay.
right by DeVoe, where, where Sylvania and Douglas,
Yeah.
that's the main cross section where I was near, right off of 475 there. So,
Yeah. Sylvania Douglas. Yeah. Okay.
And
Okay. Yeah. So,
and then from there went to Bowling Green.
and then you went to Bowling Green. So
Right.
let's pause in high school for a minute because you were the
Yes.
Fighting Irish, and then you weren't playing football. Did you play
No.
any sports?
Sports, no. I was in music. I was in the
Like,
band. I was in
is
the
that
glee
when
club.
you started music, or were you in music in middle school too?
No, I started the clarinet in 3rd grade.
Oh, clarinet!
Nice.
This is
Yeah.
news. I didn't know you ever played
Oh,
the clarinet.
Yeah.
You
But
still
then,
play it?
no, I got to high school and I wasn't in the band my freshman year. I just
Okay.
wasn't going to be what I was going to do. And then, I was always over in the music building though, because I was in the men's chorus. And
Okay.
the band director found out I was a clarinet player and he made me join.
Yeah.
Forced you to join. Okay.
Yeah.
And you were
But
okay with that at that point? You were okay with it? You had a clarinet?
I had some friends in there then,
Okay.
so it was okay. But I was only played the clarinet my sophomore year then, because then I switched to saxophone after that.
Now, how do you decide to do that? Oh, I'm just going to try this, or you
No,
already knew how to
I think
play?
we had 18 clarinetists, and
Okay.
there were like 4 saxophonists, and
Okay.
there were a whole
Yeah.
bunch of other saxophones. So the band director asked me, he's like, would you be willing to switch? And I'm like, I don't know how. And he said, it's easy. And he showed me the difference. And so then I was a
It's
saxophone
easy,
player.
like to just switch.
Yeah,
switch
because
instruments?
your fingerings are relatively the same.
Okay.
So the instruments are built in a similar manner where you're covering holes and you're blowing a
Okay.
reed. So that's
Okay.
all the same. Like going from a woodwind to a brass instrument is difficult because
Yeah.
it's a
Right.
different way to play it. But clarinet and saxophone are very, very similar.
Okay. So I shouldn't be impressed if somebody can play clarinet and a saxophone. Same thing. You're not that great.
I can't do either now. I haven't
Oh.
touched one since I left high school. So,
But you
I
don't
didn't
think you
own
could-
one?
You don't think you could, if you picked one up, you could just figure out a song, or?
Well, I could make it make noise, but I don't remember. I
Well-
don't know. I haven't done it in a long time.
Let's see if you can get back on that horse by the end of.
Well, I got a
this-
clarinet right here.
Oh, do
actually.
you?
Nice.
By the end of this podcast, right? That'd be great if you pulled one out and just started
That would
rocking
have
it.
been funny. Yeah.
So for me, as somebody who's not musically inclined at all, it's crazy to me that you're just sitting here with this. Yeah, I have the talent to do all this. Just not gonna. Like when people can sing, like there's a young lady I work with now that she is like a dance machine. She's like a dance instructor. She's a hip hop dancer. She does all this. When I see her on stage, like she is going a mile a minute, and it hurts my whole body just to
Wow.
watch her pop and lock and all this stuff. And I'm like, when I have meetings with her, I'm like, why aren't you dancing? Like you're just sitting in a chair. You have the skill. Why aren't you fucking using it all the time? She just thinks I'm nuts, which I guess
funny.
I am. But
But the
anyway.
difference with like a musical instrument, though, I mean, you said talent. I don't think I ever had talent. I had capability. I could do it.
You have a
Uh-huh.
skill. You have a
It was
skill.
a
You
learned
can-
and a practice skill. Yeah,
exactly.
I
You
didn't
still know it. You still know the language.
Right. But to say,
Yeah.
I don't know, think that was talent.
Where do you think
Well,
the
that's
talent
just-
comes in? Like
well,
if you
we
can play it like better than other people,
Yeah.
then that's
Yeah,
talent.
Like
mean,
at first chair's talent, second
Yeah.
chair's
And
less so,
when you're
third
in
chair's
that
work.
world, you can recognize that person's good.
Yeah,
And
they're
like,
better than me at that.
there's
Just like
one
football, I
guy
guess.
that was in our band who everybody knew he was just awesome, and
Yeah.
he went on. He's a jazz trumpeter in New Orleans.
Wonderful.
And,
Okay.
Wonderful.
he's played with the Squirrel Nut Zippers, and
Ooh.
Wonderful.
he's a big deal. But he's actually Toledo. He grew up in Toledo too, so it's lots of the same.
Toledo's the
Yeah.
greatest city on earth.
Yeah,
That's what a lot of
I got my
people
Tony
say.
Pacco shirt on right now.
Tony Pacos,
Nice.
Toledo.
Good for you.
So at this point, you're sophomore. You play a little clarinet, switch to saxophone. You still haven't sung, right? You're no choir
No, I
yet.
have. No, I was.
yeah,
I was in the choir when I was
that's
a
why he was
freshman.
in the music building.
Yeah,
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, you were a choir when? And since when?
when I was a freshman, I was in the men's
Oh.
chorus, which was just a couple guys. There wasn't
And that
too
was
many
the
of us.
first time, or did you already sing in middle
I'd
school?
sang in grade school and all that. I'd
Yeah,
always been in
church,
the
man.
church
So
choir.
you knew
Catholic
you were-
school, you just you have
Yeah.
to sing shit all the
Yeah.
time.
So you knew you were good at choir. Like you were like, I can
Uh,
sing.
Again, competent.
Okay.
You can carry a tune, you can speak the
Yes.
language. Yeah.
But then that was something I did more of. I was in the Glee Club then for the last 3 years, and
You are
always
so
did the
happy, dude.
musical, and yeah,
And you liked that. Like you enjoyed
yeah.
doing that.
yeah.
You made your friends.
And you like that. That's
Well, you
true.
know how
Yeah.
you know how sometimes in
No,
high school
yeah.
you just join
Dude,
things because other people are in it. Whether you like it
Seriously,
or not. Like,
I played football because of my sister. I
yeah,
know.
like I don't know that I liked football. Like when I know when I did wrestling in middle school, I didn't like a second.
Oh yeah,
of it.
no, not
I
at
just
all.
I wanted to become a pro wrestler someday.
I
and
wanted to
never-
drop
yeah.
a bow, you know.
And football, I just wanted chicks, and I knew chicks
That-
like
yeah.
football players. So
Yeah.
I don't know that I liked it. I mean, when I think back, every play hurt like hell,
Yeah,
and
no, it's just pain.
running wasn't fun, and like
Nope.
getting hit wasn't fun. I kind of liked hitting other people.
But that's not a good feeling to foster.
Yeah,
You know?
right. I mean, it felt good to tackle somebody when I made a good play, but
Oh no, I very much
But
enjoyed
afterwards,
the
I felt
violence
like
of
I was
it,
in a
but
car
I don't think that's
accident.
good. Yeah.
yeah, every I remember after Friday nights after a game, like having girls just like massage me because it's like my whole body hurt. I just got in 100 car wrecks,
Mhm.
and my body hurts to this day. I think from it. But
Oh
what
yeah.
I'm saying is
Yeah.
like the difference is you were in Glee Club and choir with your friends, and you were
Mhm.
having fun doing it. Like you enjoyed,
Yeah.
but not theater yet. Were you in theater? Like did you act yet?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there
I'd
were
done
school
all
plays
through
and
high
stuff?
school. Yeah. There
Okay.
was lots of, even when I was a freshman, the first play I ever did, other than like Christmas pageants back in elementary school, we did the Diary of Anne Frank.
Oh,
And,
really? You
I
ran
was,
Frank?
no,
Oh.
but
Oh, wow.
I played her father,
Okay.
Arnold Frank. Yeah, which was a pretty amazing experience just because it's funny. I remember then, and we're talking 1984, 85, and because the focus of the story is all the Holocaust and
Right.
hiding, and our director actually took us to an aged folks home where we got to meet some survivors and talk with
Wow.
them.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so, I mean, as a 14-year-old kid, that was
Yeah.
a punch in the face.
Yeah.
But
It's
what's
life-changing.
crazy is that I remember thinking at that time is like, wow, those people are still alive. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that was only 40 years before. It
Right.
wasn't
Mhm.
that much. But in
No.
my 14-year-old kids had, they
That's
must have
fucking
been in their
forever.
90s.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
because you
'cause-
can't fathom that something
No.
that awful happened in your, in
Can't
someone's
think of your
lifetime.
grandparents
Yeah.
having to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
There, I
know?
mean, there's still, I think, still a couple left.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
there was
But
a
back
yeah,
then, I was like amazed that there were people still
yeah,
alive.
yeah, which you
But
probably shouldn't have been. But yeah, that'd be life changing at that age.
yeah.
Well, that's cool. That was gonna be my next question. Like, what was your first foray? And then is that when you were like, I like this, like
Yep.
acting, performing,
This is
that's
cool.
my
This
thing.
is
Yeah.
fun. So, and then they would always have a fall play and a spring musical
Okay.
every year. So 4 years of that.
And
But
you were what was your biggest role, would you say, in high school?
And Frank's dad.
it might have been because I always
Yeah.
like in the musicals and stuff, I was always the dad
Yeah.
or the old guy.
Yeah.
So
You're
I
the
wasn't ever
dude,
the
you're
lead.
the one that has to hold the fort.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you're the one that has to stand on stage and
Yeah.
add the
Yep.
realism, dude.
You've been
Yeah.
a dad your whole life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
But
not
so,
out of
yeah.
character when you became the Chicago dad. Okay, so then you decide you're going to go to Bowling Green. And
Yep.
were you hemming and hawing for a while? Was there other schools in the list, or is that like a legacy thing for your family too? Or what
Um,
made Bowling Green your choice?
it was close, but not too close. I could go
Yeah,
away.
Nice.
I grew up 5-minute drive from the University of Toledo.
yeah,
So I didn't want to go there.
because too
So
close. You would have just stayed
yeah,
home and drove
right.
from
Yeah.
home, right?
Yeah.
So
So I wanted to go and live in a dorm, but I didn't want to be too far away. So
yeah,
that's why Bowling Green was 30 minutes away. So that worked out perfect.
yeah, it's a perfect. That's same,
Yep.
pretty much same for me and probably Steve too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because we all three went to BG. We're all BG alums
We are.
here, and Steve still lives close to BG, and so
Oh, yeah.
that's the other cool thing. It's like I hope you know, Brian, that Steve is there now. So for the listeners,
No, yeah.
Brian's daughter is now a freshman at
Mhm.
said university, Bowling Green, where he and his wife met. I assume you guys met at Bowling Green.
We did.
Yeah, they
Yep.
met in Bowling Green, and their daughter now goes to the school that they met, which is really cool, even though he lives in Chicago, so she's like 4 hours away from you. But you have a helping hand at the Ace Hardware, Steve, right there.
Well,
Anytime
there's
she
no
needs
need to
anything.
plug my job, but no, you did,
She
you
can run
you
Ace
visited.
Hardware,
We
and
Yeah.
visited Steve when we were there
Yeah.
for like orientation or something. We
I
were,
know
Yeah.
you said you were
You
going to.
stopped
I didn't
through.
know if you
You
actually
yeah.
did.
Oh, yeah, we
stopped
did.
through, said, hey, yeah.
I'll send you the
Uh,
picture. We took pictures even.
Exactly.
With Charlotte. Charlotte came by
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
and she.
Yeah.
And
My
did you sell
mom.
her a hammer? I told you to sell her
Uh-huh.
a hammer.
My mom
I,
came too.
Oh, your mom
yeah.
did too. That's good.
Yeah.
Exactly. I got to meet Mama McCartney. Got to meet Charlotte. And
Yep.
I mean, I love you to death, dude. I can pick you out of a crowd, but not your kid. I would
That's
feel
all right.
bad like if she comes in.
You
Oh, you
wouldn't
met her
recognize
once.
Yeah.
She
Yeah, I
knows you
mean,
though, because you're the guy in the kilt.
Yeah.
yeah, I stand out. Yeah.
He is a local celebrity in Bowling Green.
Indeed.
It was probably more so when he worked at the Corner Grill still because he was the Corner Grill guy
Well, I mean,
with the
there's still
kilt.
people that bring it up.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's still people that, and they don't bring up the kilt. They bring up my food, which is
Wow.
nice because that's what you want them
Yeah.
to bring up.
Your
Yeah,
food
like if
was
you're working
good.
Now
thank
that's
you.
a talent there.
Yeah.
That's
See?
a talent.
That is a talent.
Oh no,
That's a
see.
talent.
Here's the thing: you say it's a talent, but my father taught me how to make an egg because he said this is how you're going to need this because this is how I could, make it up to your mom. I was like, make what up? He's like, just being me. So my dad taught me how to make a good egg,
Nice.
and I cooked. I was the home cook at the household.
Nice.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
were.
my mom
you-
took
yeah.
care. My mom and my sister did the holiday meals and whatnot, but the day to day make something. I worked all day. That was me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you were good at it. I mean, your best egg sandwich I've ever had in my life. You
Hey,
made for
dude,
me.
my
Wow.
first egg sandwich I ever made at that restaurant because egg sandwiches were a big deal in my
Yeah.
family. That's how I know how to make an over medium egg. Because
Ah,
in my family, an egg sandwich is an over medium egg. At the
Sure.
grill, an egg sandwich is like everywhere else, is over hard.
mm-hmm.
So my first egg sandwich I made for a regular. The guy who was training me was like, you know how to make an egg sandwich? I was like, yeah, I know how to make a fucking egg sandwich. He's like, all right, she gets an egg sandwich every morning. She has for X amount of years. Make her an egg sandwich. I make her an egg sandwich, not thinking anything of it. I make it the way I was taught.
Yeah,
And
the
she
way you
looks
like
at it. She looks at him. He looks at it, laughs, and nods. And I was like, what? She just picks it up and just throws it at me hard enough for it to splat, kind of stick, and then fall off. He's like, if you would have made it right, it would have stuck to you. I'll make it right. I was like, what the fuck? And then, yeah. So that was how I
Wow.
met the regular Mama Helen at the time.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a
But that was
regular
this-
at Corner Grill.
That was a
Bowling
regular
Green.
at the Corner Grill back in the mid to late 90s.
Is that building still sitting there, just empty?
It does. It doesn't. It's not empty. It has
Mm.
the stuff that's in it.
Oh,
Like
still
the-
just burned out.
No. The. I
Did it
walked
burn?
in.
I thought it burned down.
It did. It didn't burn down. It burned. A column of flame that looked like the god struck it down, shot up through the vents, but you can still see your reflection in the stainless steel behind the grill after
Oh.
the fire.
Really?
So everything is essentially renovated as a restaurant in a box. Like the restaurant is filled with a bunch of boxes that are filled with a bunch of stuff that goes with the restaurant.
It looks like it should be open when you see it from the outside.
Yeah.
It looks
It,
like, why isn't this, why, I knew of the fire there.
oh
but-
yeah, no, but it's not open because as far as I know, he didn't turn the bathroom around. To get it to be ADA, you had to turn the
Oh.
bathroom 180 degrees.
Okay. Yeah.
No one thought about it. Like they widened the bathroom. The irony is great, is because you walk into the bathroom and it's a full ADA compliant bathroom, but you can't get a wheelchair into it because it still has the same fucked up U-turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you would have to turn.
That's what's preventing it.
That's
Well,
an
I mean,
expense.
you need to rip it out and
Yeah.
redo it. So something that was already rebuilt, reclaimed, everything ready to go, new hood system, blah, blah, blah. Now it's another like 20 grand just to gut
Wow.
and flip. Because you
Yeah.
need to that's water, that's drainage, that's sewage.
Yeah,
So-
that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Back in the time machine, back to 1987, right? Was it fall of 87 you decide you're going to Bowling Green, or you're getting ready to go to
I
Bowling Green?
guess, yeah, it would have been then because
Because you graduated in 87, right?
I graduated high school 88.
Oh, 88. I
Yeah.
don't know why I
Everything's
thought you were
fucked. We
87.
got it.
Now
Nope.
my memory is all fucked. Okay, so you graduated 88.
My
so now
sister
it's
graduated in 88.
No. Yay.
Oh, so well, maybe. Have you ever seen Brian McCartney and your sister in the same room at the same time?
I don't think
Chance
they're
they're the same person. They could be.
I don't.
Don't spill the beans. Don't.
Fair enough.
You're Kelly Bishop all this time. You've been Kelly Bishop. Double life. Okay, you graduated.
wish.
Okay, spring '88. So fall of '89, you started at Bowling Green.
No, fall of 88.
Oh, I mean,
'Cause you
88,
graduated
sorry.
spring in
I'm
88.
Yeah.
terrible at math.
That's
Fall of
okay.
'88. Yeah, you
Our
started
calendars.
fall of '88, and so you then played hockey.
I wish.
Did you
Wow.
go to hockey games when you were there?
I did. That's where I really started to like hockey
You started to understand hockey there.
because my dorm was close to the hockey arena.
Oh, what dorm?
so
What dorm were you in?
I was in Conklin Hall for 2
Oh,
years.
Conklin.
Nice.
So
Okay.
just
I
south of
was-
the library there, but
I know where
Right.
Conklin. I was supposed to live in Conklin too, but I
oh,
backed out and I didn't ever live on campus. My freshman year I stayed at home.
oh, you did. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
because
Wow.
I got a girlfriend right at the end of high school, and I decided I'd rather just hang out with her. And I worked nights at the airport, and I was like, I'm just gonna get a car and commute. And then I realized quickly that was a bad idea, and then I just lived off campus after that. So anyway,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Conklin was where I was supposed to live with Wes Miller, Fresh Dope Ass Wes, and I backed out on him. And I feel bad. So Fresh Dope Ass Wes, if you're listening, I apologize. Great things would have happened in Conklin, but we probably would have gone down another path, and maybe we both would have been murdered. Anyway,
I don't know about
Probably.
maybe,
Maybe.
fall of
You never
'88 you're at
know.
Conklin Hall. Conklin Hall is kind of like in the middle there, like right. It's like right off of Worcester.
Yeah.
I remember it's like between Rogers and whatever else there. I don't know
The
if it's even there.
quads.
Is it even there anymore, Conklin?
Conklin's there, yeah.
Oh, it
But,
is, okay.
One of the big quads is gone now, though.
that. Yeah.
So
uh,
when you just went back to move your daughter in, this is
Yeah.
her first. This is still her first semester, isn't it?
Yeah. we're
Her
coming
first
to the end
semester
of her
Bowling-
first semester.
Did you
Yeah.
go to Conklin and show her where you lived and all that?
Well, on one of the tours, we actually got to
Okay.
go in there.
Oh, gotcha.
Which was kind of cool. I mean, it's all been renovated since I lived there. But
So it doesn't look
uh,
the same. You couldn't find your room or anything.
we didn't go upstairs. I lived on the second floor. We just were
Okay.
in the lobby of it all. So
Gotcha.
on the
So you
tour.
weren't like hell bent on I want to see my room or take a
no,
nap
and
in there.
It's that dorm was all guys when I was there, but it's co-ed now. So
Okay.
I don't even know what wing is
Oh,
male, female.
or what?
That
you
would
don't
be
wanna
weird
walk
if I went barging.
That would
into
be
some-
wrong. It would be wrong.
Yeah.
It would- I'm glad you have
Yeah.
better judgment than
I
that.
didn't
Okay.
do that.
So fall of '88. Is your name Squeaky yet? Are you
No,
Squeaky? Do you have
no.
a nickname Squeaky? No,
Yeah.
not yet. Okay,
That
so
didn't
Hey,
happen.
he's like dropping these previews, man.
yeah, a little yeah,
This is
little
like
they
things
knew
there. I
me,
just remember that.
eat
Yeah.
it
but
up, man.
everybody in the dorm, they all had nicknames.
Okay.
Nobody was
Oh.
called by their real name, except for one
Nice.
guy.
Yeah.
His last name was House, but I
Oh,
didn't
well,
know
shit.
that,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everybody called him House.
You thought that
House.
was his nickname?
Well, that I asked him one day. I said, "What is your name?" And he goes, "House."
Are
Oh, okay. But
you?
I was Mac. They called me Mac.
Oh, you
when
were
I was
Mac.
there. Yeah. So
Which that makes
somebody,
sense.
yeah. But just I was just in the dorm.
And then
But it's
so
funny because I am friends
yeah,
with some of these people on Facebook,
yeah,
and they refer to me as Mac occasionally, and everybody else is like, "What?"
yeah. Which I think that would make sense. McCartney, and why wouldn't you be Mac?
Yep.
But they don't know you as Squeaky. So you
No.
go to this dorm, and you are you right away signing up? Okay, men's choir, this, that,
Um,
electives, and all that, or
no. It was funny because when I got to college, I thought, okay, I'm gonna get my degree. This is what I'm here for. I'm not gonna do
okay.
theater. I'm not gonna, you
Oh,
know, do singing or anything like that. I'm just gonna get my degree. And I took my first semester, I needed an elective, and there was a like theater 141, which is like intro
yeah,
to
Yeah.
theater. And I
yeah,
thought, okay, if I can take that as you have to have like an arts credit.
yeah,
And so I thought, I'm like, okay, that'll be easy. And I didn't know it until the first day of class, but one of the requirements for the class is you had to have 30 volunteer hours
right,
Yeah.
in the theater. So that meant
Yeah.
either working in the scene shop or the costume shop or the box office or
yeah,
ushering, or you could be on a crew or actually get in a play and you'd get your 30 hours.
yeah,
And what was really cool is that they had a freshman play and it was
yep.
all freshmen.
Freshman
And
show.
so the freshman show, it's just like to showcase freshmen. And you don't have to be a major there, which, to be in shows, which was
Yeah,
awesome. But
yeah,
the cast had 30 people in it.
yeah,
So I thought, okay, I can get a small
yeah,
one-liner role, get
yeah.
my hours, and wound up having too much fun. Met a lot of really awesome people. And so then I started auditioning more. And
What was the freshman show?
it was called The Mad Woman of Shiloh.
Oh,
I don't even
Oh.
remember anything about it,
yeah,
except it had a huge
except the name
cast.
of it. Yeah,
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 The
yeah.
Mad Woman of Shiloh. But yeah, I didn't even remember the name of the character I played. But
That's
um,
funny.
yeah,
That's
but
funny.
then
And it's really, I think that's really cool. Now hearing you tell that back, I think back and what a great way to welcome freshmen is like, look, you all get a shot in this show because it's
yep,
all freshmen. The only people
yeah,
that can be in it. It's a chance for everybody else to get to know the freshmen that come see the show.
exactly.
Here's who could be. And I remember thinking, I mean, I was excited. I got a part in my freshman show and
Mhm.
I only had like 6 lines or something. And I was the barbarian god. It was the birds. And because I was just came out of football, I was like all built. I'm still short, but
He's a
I
little
was
Marky
still
Mark looking motherfucker,
yeah, I
is
was
what he
still
was.
bigger than a lot of the people like muscle wise. So I was like half naked wearing like a barbarian thing and I
Nice.
talk like this or whatever, and like a dumb barbarian warlord or whatever. But I remember thinking, oh my God, all these freshmen are really good that have all these lines and like most of the cast never was in anything ever again. And there was like
Yeah,
5 of us who went on to do stuff.
yep.
um but yeah, that was in hindsight, I think that was really cool. We had Diane Rayo was my
Oh
director.
yeah.
My did you know her? So she was
Hmm.
my freshman uh
Nice.
director of that. Yeah. So
They don't do the freshman show anymore though.
oh, they don't? I was just
No,
gonna
and
ask,
that's
is your daughter in the freshman show?
well, no, that was really
She's in something.
disappointing to find out
Yeah.
because Jessica and I both did that, and
Yeah.
uh, I think it was our theater experience there that led her there because she knew she didn't have to be a major and she could audition for stuff. And
Yeah.
but she did the very first audition. She went on as for the musical they're doing, Head Over Heels, which is all Go-Go's music.
Oh, really?
Oh,
It
what?
is?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, fuck
And
yeah,
supposedly it's really
dude.
fun. And she got cast in the
Like the rock and
ensemble.
roll band Go-Go's?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
oh,
yeah.
Fuck yeah,
So
dude.
she's that's the weekend before Thanksgiving. So we'll be heading to Toledo for that, and we'll be able to see.
Oh, that sucks. I was hoping it'd be this weekend. I could go see her because I'm going there.
No, they're still rehearsing.
Well, all
Well, I
right,
can go
they're
see the
still
rehearsal.
rehearsing. Exactly, dude. You
I can
can
pop in to Wolf
Yeah.
Center or whatever that's called.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
called Wolf Center, dude.
Because they have like a whole theater right in there, like a whole new
A
building.
couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Oh, you should come see if you haven't.
So Joey Brown and Eva Marie Saint are both gone. Like those theaters.
Well,
are gone?
that building, the University Hall doesn't have theaters in it anymore.
no, it got gutted and redone.
Gone. So,
So
but
they
in the
they
new theater,
got rid of the theaters.
They're
Yeah.
all in the Wolf Center. Yeah,
Yeah.
So the
So-
universe, but Eva Marie and Joey, those physical theaters,
they're gone, dude.
Gone.
Boom.
Like
gone.
like that part of the
Like,
building
people
doesn't
sent me-
exist.
right, it's
Yeah.
rubble. It's not there anymore.
They scooped it.
Well, I
The
guess
only
they
thing
don't
left
need
was,
them
like,
if
the
the Wolf
face.
Wolf Center has bigger, better theaters, right?
Exactly.
Right. Well,
And
over in the
I-
Wolf Center, they have there is an Eva Marie Saint theater.
Yeah.
But that is the black box theater.
Oh,
It is
really?
Yeah.
Beautiful black box.
It's really
man.
great.
Wow.
It's
It is. It's
So what's the
as
name
a
of the
fan
bigger
Elsewhere.
theater?
I forget.
So
Charlotte
elsewhere
told me.
doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Well, there are a couple other smaller
Well,
spaces because
Yeah,
they
but no,
the
elsewhere.
Wolf Center also has the TV and film people in it too.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
there's other performance spaces there that they use.
Well, and didn't they
Yeah.
combine the music department and the theater department?
Not really,
No,
because there's still the music
no.
building on
Yeah.
the
Oh, I
more
thought I
musical
heard
There's
they were
still a
combined.
musical theater. No,
yeah.
it's,
So
they
there's
like
a musical theater major.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's you're bouncing back between the two buildings
Yeah,
that way.
that makes
I'm trying to
sense.
look for the picture to see what's the name of the theater. Here it is.
no elsewhere.
Doesn't
Elsewhere
say.
ended before the building. Yeah,
Oh, the Wolf Center stage. That's what it
Wolf
is.
Center stage. So
Yeah.
elsewhere was in the South
South.
South Hall.
Hall?
Yeah,
and that building's gone too, right? Or is that still there?
The
I
South
think that's
St-
renovated. It's
Yeah, I mean all those
Or maybe
like
they
South
tore that
Hannah
one down and
University.
built
Yeah,
something.
something.
All that
Yeah.
stuff. Okay. Yeah, I should probably
Yeah.
go to campus and check it all out at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's exciting that you have it's that she's there. But I also I've been telling people this. I have like I don't know what you call it. I'm vicarious sadness for you guys, like especially with your one child. Like you have an
Yeah.
only child, so you're empty nesters, and then Rich, both his kids are at college, different colleges, and they have an empty nest, and so on one hand, I feel like I'm like Henry, you could get your own place, like you could go somewhere. There's no sign of him ever leaving.
Yeah.
He's 20, and I don't see him ever leaving. And then my
No,
daughter,
dude,
like,
he said like for a long time he had no intention of leaving.
no reason to. And I get that a lot of people do that, but I'm also glad. Like when I see what you guys are going through, I
Yeah.
kind of don't want him to. I'm glad he's here. I'm glad I know where he is.
Yeah,
I'm close to him.
A multi-generational household is a more
Yeah.
traditional household.
Yeah, going back in time,
The
yeah.
the
Mhm.
fractioning of the family is the next step after the fractioning of the community.
Right. Well, I'm also
Yeah.
already getting sad because my daughter is like gung ho about wanting to go away.
Oh yeah, dude.
Go
Yeah.
somewhere, and she's like, "Oh, I might go overseas. I might go to London or something." I'm
Wow.
like,
Oh,
she's getting
wow.
really good grades, so she could.
Get her to Trinity, dude.
I can't fathom her not being close, like at
Yeah.
least close enough. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to talk her into like, oh, Bowling Green to Toledo is like 20 minutes, so you're far enough away, but I can still come get you if you need something, or like, so
I
I'm
can
trying to
come
get her
get you if we
Charlotte or
need you.
something, or
Edinburgh.
somewhere, or Clemson, or
Edinburgh.
no, I can't.
I'm sorry, dude. I mean, no, it's
I
not,
can't
like, you don't need to go
fathom
into debt
for
that.
being
That's
somewhere that I can't get there,
Edinburgh.
get
No, I
there
know.
quickly.
I know.
And it's like, especially because
I
we're
don't
real,
know.
we're real close. The
I don't
older she
know.
gets, I take
Wake
her to school
Forest.
every day. Anyway, she just got a driver's license, so hopefully she'll get some independence.
Dude,
but
like the fear you're feeling is real, and I respect it. But
I know.
you
I want them to, you want them
yeah,
to grow and flourish and spread their wings, but it's like, spread your wings right here in the living room.
Yeah.
You know, like so I can't imagine. And you said, "Oh, Jessica's sad," or they're all sad. And she's coming. I can't. I'm not ready for that. I mean, I'm sure I will be when they're 40, but like not now. So
No.
I guess I'm, on one hand, like, oh, get the fuck out, but no, don't get out. I don't know. I mean, when I had kids, I remember thinking, okay, after Audrey was born, I was okay. I'll be 50 when she's 18, he's 21. I'm gonna kick them both out, and I'll go party. But I don't want to kick them out now. Like,
You just
Well,
hide in your
you can
garage.
party with them, man.
yeah, just go to the garage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so back to
Wait,
19.
can I pause
Okay.
real quick?
Yeah.
Can I go grab a beer?
Yeah, go grab a
Yeah.
beer.
I'll be back. They're in the fridge.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
American Timelines is a product of History for Jerks. Check out historyforjerks.com for all the other weird and cool shiznit. There's The Gruff and Loud Show, a YouTube show for Gen X weirdos who like pop culture and weird shit. There's also the Deborah Jo Ruppyverse show featuring the mighty art star and Steve Bishop exploring the theory that the actress Deborah Jo Rupp is a nexus being, and every part she has played is one immortal being. Don't forget about the Nerd School podcast and the Threadless shop where you can buy a Tito Jackson shirt and a Dabney Coleman hat. Only a stupid dumbass wouldn't want a Dabney Coleman hat, and only a wiener bitch wouldn't want a Tito Jackson shirt.
What kind of beer? Did you get another THC drink, or you have a real beer?
No, this is just a Miller Lite. I just got a
Okay.
Miller Lite.
Did you real quick? Where did you recently, like, where's the last country you just flew to?
I was in Germany
3
3 weeks ago.
for Oktoberfest.
No, I was there the week after. There's like a week and a half after Oktoberfest ended.
Okay, so you
So-
just got the remnants. What part of
Yeah,
Germany were you in?
I was in Frankfurt, which
Okay.
is the financial capital of Europe.
Do you
and it was
own?
completely leveled all during World War II. So like all the buildings are all new, and it doesn't look like an old German town. It's a very new
Yeah.
German town.
Because it was all there was a war
Yeah.
there. Did
Yep.
do you own Liederhosen?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. Oh God, I pictured you in it right like
Yeah.
as
I say
I
you go to
have,
Germany a lot.
Well, I go every October for work. There's a conference that I go to. But twice in the past, I have been to Oktoberfest in Munich because it
Nice.
lined up like it. There was no time, like Oktoberfest ends on a Sunday, and then
Yeah.
I had to be in Frankfurt on Monday for work.
Yeah, might
So
as
it
well.
worked out perfect. So
Yeah.
Jessica and we went a couple days before I had to be there, and
Yeah.
the first time we went, I wore jeans and just a regular shirt, and I stuck out. I really did. And
Yeah.
I thought this is ridiculous. I'm not gonna, but I did stick out. So the next time I went back, like, okay, I'll get lederhosen this time. So and now I have lederhosen.
So you bought
Nice.
Liederhosen to fit in.
Yeah.
love it. Do you ever wear it to not fit in Chicago? Have you worn it in Chicago?
Not to not fit in. I've worn it in Chicago. I've worn them a few times in Chicago, like for the Lincoln Square Oktoberfest.
Okay, yeah.
And then we went to Buffalo Creek Brewery. They had a big Oktoberfest, so
But
I
you've
wore
never
that.
worn it and like wandered around the Jewel pretending to be German.
No, but I have ridden the L in my
Okay.
lederhosen.
In your Liederhosen?
So I'm on my way to Oktoberfest.
Do you know how to do any of those German dances where you slap your feet and stuff?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
just know how to drink beer. That's all.
Okay, drink beer. Okay. All right. Well, we're back to college. You're in college. Now,
Okay.
Jessica wasn't there in fall of '88, right? She's younger than you.
No, yeah, a couple years.
2
Yeah.
years younger than you. So 2 years later, like your junior year, you meet her?
No, not even
Oh.
then. I mean,
Senior
we
year?
kind of ran in the same circles with the same people, but it was, well, she's sitting right over here listening. so she's gonna hear the whole thing.
Better tell the truth.
I know. Well, that's the way I'm being truthful. No, it was, I actually did 4.5 years of school.
Oh, because you're not very
because-
smart.
Whoa, buddy. Take your time, you focus.
I did
just
5
did-
years.
You did.
Yeah.
I did a bunch of other stuff, but I did like men's chorus took up a lot of my time,
Yeah.
so it was hard to take classes. So I wound up having to do another semester.
Yeah.
And that was this semester I was an education major, so I was doing my student teaching.
Oh, right. You were an
So
education major. I forgot about
yeah,
that. I forgot you were a teacher for a
I
while. That's right.
was, yeah.
Okay,
But I
so
had
tell us the
to,
story of meeting Jessica.
okay. So the show that we did was to be the first show the next year in the fall. So they cast it the year before
Okay.
so that you have the summer to prepare for it. And
Okay.
was a Pirandello, Emperor Henry IV was the
Okay.
name of the play. So,
Nice.
and I didn't want to do it because this was the semester where I was doing my student teaching.
Oh, so you were like, I
Like
can't,
I had to
Yeah.
be awake
be
at
in a
6
play.
a.m. every day, and I
Oh,
had to go to
fuck
school
that.
every
Oh,
day
fuck
for
that.
Yeah.
10 weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't want to do it and um didn't go to auditions. And then the stage manager called me during callbacks. And they said, you're supposed to be here. I'm like, I told you I'm not. And just come read, just come read, just come. I went, read. I'm like, I can't stay. I have work to do. I
Yeah.
didn't do any scenes with anybody.
Don't want to do this. Don't want
And
to.
no, and they cast me as Henry IV.
Oh.
So yeah, but it was in that play was the first time I did a play with Jessica.
Oh.
I had seen her before perform before, and she'd seen me before, but we never really,
You never
maybe at a
spoke.
party or something. We,
Yeah.
just hey, that's it. But it was in that play that I wasn't supposed to be in that
Yeah.
we met.
See, the swamp
And,
works in mysterious ways.
December will be 31 years we've been
But
married.
was there a little bit of like when you saw
Excellent.
her in a play and she saw you in a play, were you both mutually like hubba hubba? Oh yeah. Nothing?
No,
Not even
no.
attracted to each other? Like actually were you
We didn't
turned
know
off
each
by
other.
each other?
No, we didn't know each other.
Oh, okay. But not
No.
even a little bit of like, oh yeah, check
Nope.
her out. No?
Nope.
Nothing? Nothing?
So we
Okay,
didn't
so
know each other.
okay, so now you're in this play, and there was
Yeah.
where was this play in Eva Marie Saint Theater?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
It was in the big
Ooh,
at the
main
time. It was the big
stage. The
main
main
stage,
stage,
which I think
yeah.
only had what 500 seats or something.
I don't remember how big it was, but that's probably right.
So it was in the big theater.
Hmm.
You're hanging out in the green room. You're getting flirty. Is that what happened? Like, how did it evolve? Like,
No,
what?
not even the whole production, none of it. Um, and it wasn't until like after it was when we closed and you have to stay for, tech to tear everything down for
Yeah,
what's that
strike.
called? Strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've been doing theater for my life. I can't remember that word. So it was strike, and then afterwards it was late, and so we just all went to Big Boy for
Yeah.
breakfast because
Yeah.
it was like 4 a.m. We'd been working,
Yeah.
and I think I don't know how the subject came up, but I said something about apple pie, and Jessica spoke up. Oh, I ordered a piece of pie. Okay, so 4
Yeah.
a.m. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, or she said to me, she said, I make the best apple pie.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, really? And like this, she lives in a dorm and
Yeah.
all right. And I said, okay, you make me an apple pie, I'll take you to dinner.
Oh.
Just
Yeah.
right. What? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Make me an apple pie, I'll love you forever, apparently.
Oh, okay. It wasn't taking it to dinner.
No, I thought it was take it to dinner. Okay.
Oh.
So
But it rhymes. I love you
Yeah.
forever. I'll take you to dinner.
Yeah.
So there
okay.
wasn't an arrangement for a date. There wasn't like,
No.
okay, now we're gonna take
No, but mind
okay.
you, this is 4 a.m.
Yeah, yeah.
After strike, exhausted and everything like that. And after being a big boy, I went back to my dorm, and like 10 o'clock in the morning, there's a knock at my door.
Yeah.
She'd made an apple pie. She didn't go
What?
to bed
She stayed up and made you an apple pie. So she had a crush on you.
in the dorm kitchen.
Wow.
She
I
had to
didn't know
go to Kroger and get
Yeah,
all the stuff.
get all the stuff.
And then
Yeah.
in the dorm kitchen, the communal kitchen, in the middle of the night, she's making an apple pie. And brought
Well,
it
they
to me the next
say
morning.
the way to a man's heart.
And that's when I was like, "Oh, who are you again?"
So that's when you were like, "Oh, I like
Yeah,
this
like,
girl. She made me
okay,
an
this
apple
is cool.
pie."
Yeah, she did. That was quite a grand gesture.
Well, and that apple pie got her a daughter and
Yeah. A life together.
a guy to kind of take care of the heat and the electric and the fixed stuff.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
a great that's a
I
great
think that's-
story. I
I
don't
think
think I
that
ever
was
heard
like a
that
win-win.
story.
You haven't? I thought you did.
I
Oh,
don't think so. Maybe I heard it when I was really hammered. But that's cool. Oh, that's great. So, but at that point, she's like what, just like a sophomore or something, and
Um,
you're done with school pretty much.
yeah, yeah, because
But were you
we
then dating
had
pretty much after that? Like, was that pretty much now we see each
yeah,
other
but see,
regularly?
then I graduated in December. So
Okay.
this was in the fall,
Yeah.
so we did the play like in
September,
October,
October. Yeah.
Mhm.
and then I graduated in December.
And so you took off.
So I didn't. I stayed in
Oh,
Bowling Green,
oh, you
which
stayed.
is another story.
Were you living
Yeah.
off campus at that time?
I actually lived because I was only going to be there a semester. I didn't want to sign a whole year lease, so I went back and moved on campus and lived in my fraternity house.
Oh,
So I lived in my fraternity house
Nice.
for that semester, graduated in December, and had another fraternity brother and his girlfriend they had a mobile home right over there
oh,
by Offenhour, right outside
yeah.
of
Those
Offenhour.
mobile homes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I knew a
they
girl
had
who played a
another.
harp that lived in one of
Oh,
those.
very cool.
Anyway, yeah, go
But
ahead.
they had an extra bedroom. They had a two-bedroom mobile home, and so I moved in with the two of them. I had my own room over
Oh.
there, so it was cool.
And then once Jessica came in the picture, you decided to just kind of stay in Bowling Green.
Well, yeah, because I was an education major, and who's going to hire you in January?
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody.
Right. Because
Yeah.
so I didn't have a job, so I just signed on as a sub um, at actually my old high school. So I
Okay.
was subbing there,
You were subbing
and
at Central, driving
yeah,
from Bowling Green to Toledo
yeah,
to do that,
yeah, and
stopping in at your parents' house every once in a while,
yeah, for food and
eating with them and
yeah.
high-fiving your dad.
But it was I was subbing there, so I worked like maybe 2 days a week every week. So I wasn't making a ton of money, but I was making enough. It was okay. It was cool. And then that summer I worked at Cedar Point. Or did I? No, I did the Huron Playhouse. Yeah,
Oh,
because that was
Okay.
my second year doing the Huron Playhouse, and Jessica came to the Huron Playhouse that summer.
oh, so the two
Nice.
of you like really got it on there.
No, no,
No?
we behaved. You're in a school. We lived in a school.
Yeah, but you
We're
still
not
make
like
out there.
you.
My wife and
Oh,
I,
like
we
no,
made out
Joe,
there.
Joe, like
We went to the kindergarten room and got it on. So what year, do you have any idea what year that would have been at Huron? Because that was,
I did like 92 and 93, those summers at Huron.
okay.
And
So,
Jessica was there in 93.
okay, 92, 93. I know Amy was there in 96, 97, and 98, I think. And I was there in 97 and 98. Yeah. So,
Mhm.
just a few years before us.
Yep.
Because I know, yeah, I didn't get to Bowling Green until fall of 94, and you guys were gone. That must have been right
Gone.
about that. You guys were pretty much gone, getting ready to
We
go.
moved to Chicago in August of 95.
Okay.
oh, so when
But you were in Toledo for a while. You and Jessica both were in Toledo for a while because you were in
Well,
that.
because I stayed in Bowling Green for 2 more years while I taught high school.
Oh,
And then after she and I got married, we had a
oh
tiny
wait.
little
Okay.
house.
Fast forward to marriage.
Oh,
Like you're not even still not even dating it. Did you start dating
oh.
it here on? Were you dating?
No, we were already dating.
Oh,
We
you were
were,
dating. So
because
the
in the
apple
fall
pie
there.
was the beginning of dating.
Yeah,
So you were
yeah,
dating then. Now you're a
yeah,
boyfriend, girlfriend.
right. Yeah.
And then so when she graduates,
She graduated in 92.
and you got
No,
married when?
94. She graduated in 94. I graduated in December of 92.
And when did you get married?
So 94. 94.
Like right after she got graduated and you got
Yeah,
married?
yeah, yeah,
Wow. That was fast.
yeah.
well, they'd been dating for a while.
Yeah, a
Well,
couple
apple
years,
pies. Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah. No, I mean that was he said, "You make me an apple pie, I'll love you forever."
Yeah.
Like
And
it's like a meatloaf song.
and she took him to be that. Yeah.
Yeah. But
That's
it's
interesting.
true. I mean,
Yeah.
it was the truth
Well,
of the exhaustion.
Well, the cool thing is now that we're doing this by order of friendship, Jessica should be not too far behind if she, I don't know when she
yeah,
joined Facebook, but
I don't
now
either.
be able to get her side of the story.
Yeah, and then
Um,
I'll sit across the room and correct her when she
Yeah.
doesn't remember things.
Yeah.
Okay, so we glossed over a little piece there that I want to go
Okay.
back to. If you
All
have
right.
time, I mean, I know it's already been
I still have beer. There's
all
another
right.
one in the
Okay,
fridge.
good. Because I know it's an hour earlier for you, and it's Veterans Day tomorrow. So are you off tomorrow?
No, I gotta work.
Oh, I'm off for Veterans Day. So woohoo.
Uh,
So what you mentioned briefly,
Yep.
your fraternity and your fraternity
Yep.
brothers.
Yep.
How did that come about? Because was it like a service fraternity or was it a real fraternity?
No,
or
it
you had
was-
to rush and all that. It's not like a
Yeah.
choir fraternity or
But
something.
again, that was one of those things that I didn't do it right away. I didn't have any interest in it at all. Just like, there's a lot of other things that me, like
Jessica didn't have any interest in it right
Yeah.
away.
Nobody from that fraternity made you a pie, so you didn't have
No.
any interest in it.
Yeah.
no. So let me back it up a little bit. So it
All
was,
right.
I did that freshman play
Yeah.
when I was a freshman, and there was another guy who I got to know who was in the men's chorus, and he's like, "Oh, you got to be in the men's chorus. It's awesome."
That's right. We
So
did
then
get
my
into men's chorus.
second
Yeah.
semester, my freshman year, I got into men's chorus,
Oh,
and then I was there for four, the other
Okay.
rest
And
of
was
the
that
time.
guy Sean Mormon?
No, Sean, I'm older
Oh.
than Sean.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know this guy. His name was Phil Florian, but
And
he
did
was one of the theater guys,
Oh,
and he was
okay.
in the men's chorus. And
The
then
men's chorus
I get into
also.
men's chorus, and then there's like, oh, there's like 4 or 5 other theater guys here too.
Oh, that you already
Um,
knew.
Yeah, so
That
that
was
was
just
neat.
kind of like it just made
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, so then that was, a big part of what I did at Bowling Green. It was awesome. Loved it.
And that's
Nice.
where you got the name Squeaky
Nice.
in men's
That is
chorus.
where I got the name Squeaky, because we were on tour. Every spring break, we would go on tour. And I didn't know this when I first joined up. And so everybody's like, oh, you just want to go on tour. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. But so my freshman year, spring break, we went 2 buses. So we had like 80 guys, and
Yeah.
we went down to all through Georgia, Mississippi, down to Florida, and then came back up the East Coast. And so, had a whole spring break
Wow.
with 80 dudes.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Going
Talk about a
through-
sausage
yeah.
party.
Yeah, for sure. But we would always play euchre
Oh, yeah.
on the buses, and
Nice.
we
Yeah.
did this big euchre tournament. Everybody put in money, and 'cause
Oh.
you're together for a whole week. So,
Yeah.
but I got particularly spanked in a game one time, and I distinctly remember, because this guy's like, he starts gloating, about beating. I'm like, there's no skill in euchre. You
Yeah,
either-
yeah, it's all chance. It's all
yeah.
chance. Yeah.
So I made some sort of snide comment to him, and I looked back at him and I said, "Yeah, but can you do this?" And I squeaked my nose, and he lost his mind, and that's how I became Squeaky. Have you seen me do it? I'll do it.
I
Ready?
can't. Yeah, I
Yeah,
want to hear
no,
it.
I
See
would-
if the
yeah.
microphone will pick it
You
up.
remember me doing it before?
I do remember you doing it, but I don't remember how you did it.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
Did it make any noise?
You didn't hear it?
Put your microphone up to it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Didn't hear
I
it.
guess you can't hear. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Dang
Have
it.
to cut that
So he
out.
does a thing where he rubs his nose, listeners,
Yeah,
and it makes a
and
squeaky
squeak.
sound.
Yeah.
But I think I was more impressed with the whole can on the forehead thing.
Mhm.
He can stick a beer can on his forehead,
Oops.
and it
Oh,
sticks.
it was
There.
nice.
I
That's
can't.
the unicorn.
Yeah, the unicorn
That's
thing.
nice.
He's
Yeah.
the only person I've ever met that can really do that.
The
that
shape of my
easily.
head.
It's the
That's a-
shape of
that's
your
a-
head or whatever.
That
Suction,
is the
right?
talent.
That is.
Yeah.
That is the talent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that and the squeakiness together. Okay, so the euchre thing, I just want to really quick, if you're listening and you're not from the Great Lakes region, you
Yeah.
probably don't know what euchre is, but I understand it's closely related to spades. Like spades is similar, but
Mhm.
euchre is like a crazy thing in the Great Lakes. And then so my local tap house where I hang out, they have a euchre night, and I asked like,
Oh,
why?
nice.
How did you guys do a euchre night? And the owners are from Kansas City. They're like, we
Yep.
didn't know what euchre was growing up. We don't know what it is. He said he met somebody from Wisconsin or Michigan or something. They taught him, and then he
Yeah.
was obsessed with it. He's like, I want to start it, so I didn't even know if anybody would do it, and they do it. And I went up there one night and played. Every single person has a Ohio or
Midwest.
Wisconsin. Everybody's from the lakes. Like everybody's a Great Lakes person. Everybody's like old, like they would have a cigarette hanging out of their mouth if you could smoke in there, and they just sit there. Nobody says a word. They just fucking play euchre, and they're serious about it. Like you can't like fuck around. They just play their euchre and then they leave. And it's like, wow, these guys are all. Where are you guys from? Wisconsin. I'm from Milwaukee. I'm from Northern Michigan. I'm from the UP. I'm from Ohio. Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Anything
Everybody-
that touches a lake.
It's the Great Lakes. It's the Great Lakes. Buffalo. A lot of those guys play
Yep.
euchre. It's crazy how much
It's
the
gotta have
lake.
something to do with the ships, dude.
lake people are all the same thing. You know, they're all the same people. Um,
Oh,
so
by the
yeah,
way,
anyways,
we're
yeah,
recording this Edmund Fitzgerald Day, 50th
yeah. This is
anniversary is
10
today.
November. Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
It is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was in a play at BGSU called 10 November about the Edmund Fitzgerald sinking, and my buddy Arthur Funai, who you guys might have known, Arthur. I don't know. He was a little older than me.
Mm.
Maybe not red haired guy. Anyway, he reminds me every year 10 November. This is actually the 50th, I think, anniversary
Hmm.
Yeah, it is.
of it. Yeah. So,
It
but
was
he reminds me.
1975.
This is an
Yep.
interesting story. I might just read what he wrote because he put it more eloquently than I can.
My jacket was in that show.
Your jacket
Oh.
was?
Yeah, no, my jacket showed up. I got a couple jackets in different shows in BG.
Well, this
Not
was.
to like,
Oh, there
you
we go.
know, get all.
No, this story is really weird because so the Edmund Fitzgerald sunk in Lake Michigan,
Superior.
or Lake Superior, right? I
Yeah.
should know that I was in the play. Lake Superior. Yeah. This is a big, huge Great Lakes thing, you know. But a lot of the sailors and the ship people are all from Toledo area. You know, there's a lot of people from Toledo area.
Yeah.
But we did in Bowling Green. I didn't know really anything about it except the Gordon Lightfoot song at the time, probably.
Mhm.
But this was an ensemble cast of 10 guys basically, and I didn't remember this. What he told me is so the nobody's really a cast member. You're not a name. You're like actor one, actor two, actor three, actor
Okay.
four, right? And you play multiple things. Like everybody's Captain McSorley at some point. Everybody's, one
Huh.
person's Bishop, one person's that person, but it's like an ensemble. And they're all really good parts. Like they all had everybody got a monologue. Um,
Wow.
and
That's
I
cool.
I didn't
Yeah.
remember this. And there was like and everybody, it kind of went nuts in Bowling Green at the time because a lot of people were, it's some of the best male actors in at the school or whatever, are all in this or whatever. So it was a bunch of guys, and we kind of got tight, and we did a lot of research on the thing. But it was 1998, and this guy reminds me. He says the play was called 10 November, The Sinking of the Ill-Fated Edmund Fitzgerald. He said the reason I remember the audition process is because of what happened after we all auditioned. Our director, Teresa Terhar, asked us at break to write down on a piece of paper which role we were interested in. We did. And as we headed out the door for a 10-minute break, then we came back together. She informed us that not one person overlapped in wanting the same role out of 10 roles. Like that, isn't that
Wow.
That's
crazy?
good. That's cool.
I don't remember that being the case, but that's what he wrote. And then as we continued, we each found out that we had something in common with the Fitzgerald. This guy talking, Arthur, his grandfather worked on the Lakers. Jason Kramer, who was in the show, uh, is related to one of the lost souls. Like he found out he was related to somebody who died.
Wow.
And then come to find out somebody else in the cast was related to the same guy. So they found out they were
Whoa.
related while doing that play. Those two didn't even
That's
know they were related to each
crazy.
other.
Wow.
Derek Jones, his birthday was 10 November. So that was his thing. And then he says the freakiest of all was Joe. That's me. I found out. So throughout the play, there's several lines saying, "Oh, I wish Bishop was here. Oh, I wish Bishop was here." We looked up the story of that was the cook who was always with that crew was named Bishop, and he got
Okay.
sick, a stomachache at the last minute, and couldn't make the ship. And so all of his friends died on the ship, and he was somewhere off and
Not
wherever.
there. Yeah.
So I remember I went to the Paddock Bar on the east side of Toledo, this little shitty bar, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday because I heard some old sailors used to hang out there. And so I went to this bar. I walk in at, Tuesday at 2 afternoon. I'm like a college kid. And everyone else is
Yeah.
these old drunken guys. And I start having drinks. I just start drinking. And then I just start talking with them. Then I finally kind of say, "Hey, are any of you guys sailors?" Or, no, but so-and-so is. I know so-and-so is. And I was like, well, I'm in this play and about the Edmund Fitzgerald. And I hear there's just, somebody might have been in the Edmund Fitzgerald. I was like, oh, I know Dick Bishop used to hang out here. I think he used to be on that. I think he knows people that were on that Edmund Fitzgerald. And I was like, Dick Bishop, is that I wonder if it's the Bishop from the play, Bishop. They always say, oh, I wish Bishop was here. I wish Bishop was here. And so they're like, yeah, he used to come in here. He hasn't been here in a while. I was like, oh man. So I didn't meet anybody, but then I decided to look in the phone book, Richard Bishop, and see if there's anyone nearby Toledo, and there was a
Yeah.
Richard Bishop, no fucking shit, right across the street from my mom's house. Like, and right in this house where this guy, this old man, always sits out. He always talks to my stepdad. This old man always sits out on his lawn chair and just sits there.
And that was Bishop
kids are
from the
running around.
play.
Yeah, so I went
Wow.
over there. I went over there and I was like, "Are you? Is your last name Bishop?" He's like, "Yeah." "Are you Richard Bishop?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, Did you know people on the Edmund Fitzgerald?" He was like, he just kind of like looked haunted and stopped for a second. And he was like, "Why do you ask?" And I told him, "I'm in this play, blah blah blah." And he said, "Yeah, but I haven't really talked about it much to anyone." And so I was like,
Wow.
"Well, would you be willing to come talk to my?" Because he loved my stepdad so much. He and my stepdad all bullshit. He was like, "Yeah, I'll do this for Harry. I'll come and talk to you guys about it." So he came.
Wow.
I brought the whole cast to my mom's house. We sat in the basement, and he came down there, and we asked him all these questions. And we're like, "Holy fuck, we just met Bishop, who's in the fucking play, and he's been my neighbor. That guy, I've seen that guy for years sitting there." What
Did
are
he
the?
even know about the play at all?
I don't think so, and he didn't come to it either. We're like, "You want to come see it?" And he was like, "No, I can't. I can't really sit for long periods of time." And so he was like,
Yeah, he probably didn't want to see it either.
he
Yeah.
probably didn't want to relive all that. I mean, because
Yeah.
think about it, those are all his friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for
They all
sure.
died on the ship, and he was supposed to be there. He
Yeah.
probably felt
Yeah.
like shit. But I mean, that's a crazy Bowling Green
That's-
story that
for
had to
sure.
do with that. So
Wow.
that was the craziest. So yeah, BGSC theater. Okay, so fraternity. So how did the fraternity come? You explained the men's choir bit.
Well, that was, I think that's also because
same
I
thing.
got into the men's chorus because of the theater people.
Yeah,
And so now I'm in the men's chorus and I meet all these other guys, and there's a bunch of them all in this fraternity.
yeah,
And I had no interest in the fraternity,
right.
when I went to
Yeah,
college.
you don't
It's
seem
just-
like a fraternity guy,
No.
a frat guy.
No, but then these guys, I find out they're all in the fraternity. They're actually kind of nice guys. They're kind of cool
Yeah.
guys. And
Nice.
so they had me over at the fraternity house, and I got to meet some of the others, and I'm like, this is different. This
Yeah.
is weird. And
Yeah.
just I mean, it was social fraternity. It wasn't, like an honorary
Yeah,
or
Mhm.
music. It was we had a house on campus.
yeah,
The Pan-Hellenic Society.
Yeah. And I went over with those guys and met some of the other guys, and realized these are kind of cool dudes. And just to give you some perspective, we had collectively the highest grade point average of any fraternity or sorority for 13 straight semesters.
Wow.
Nice.
And in
Nice.
that fraternity, there are at least from the time I was there,
Yeah.
so the guys existing in the fraternity at the same time, there were 4 medical doctors, I believe,
Oh shit.
Nice.
three college professors,
Okay.
Nice.
who now,
Yeah.
as they went on in life, and 2 of the other guys opened a brewery. So like these people went on to do cool things. And also there was like 3 or 4 of my fraternity brothers were Freddie Falcon over the years.
Ooh, that's
So,
cool.
Which,
Yeah.
and so these are the kind of people that I was hanging out with. And like,
Yeah.
and like 3 of them were professional jugglers.
Oh.
Nice.
They worked at Kings Island. They were
Nice.
jugglers at Kings Island.
So what fraternity is this? Can you say?
Yeah, Lambda Chi Alpha. And
Okay.
Lambda Chi's are different at every campus.
Tri-Lambs.
So no, that's Lambda, Lambda, Lambda.
Oh,
Yeah.
from
So
Revenge of the
Lambda,
Nerds.
Lambda Chi Alpha. Chi is the X. So it's
Oh, okay.
LXA, our letter.
Okay.
But that's how I got involved in it, and it actually worked out great because there were 4 of us who were English education majors.
Oh,
So we took
Nice.
all our classes together, and 2 of those 4 became college professors.
okay.
Nice.
So I was one of the coattail guys who,
Yeah, yeah.
No,
And
but
you're
we would
the
do
one
it-
on TV. You're on all the shows.
What
Yeah.
we would take all classes together, so we would do all these projects together, the 4 of
Oh,
us,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
so we
yeah.
would just do them in the fraternity house.
Well, that's
and
perfect.
It worked out
Mhm.
great,
Yeah,
and,
that is
and
perfect.
Like I said, 2 of them are, big deal.
Props.
Now the
Yeah.
guys, the 2 of them are the big deal that opened the brewery, right?
No, those are different guys.
Oh, but what about the brewery guys? Are they?
Those guys in Cincinnati. They,
Is the brewery still going?
yeah, they've been open 9 years now. I think.
What's the brewery name?
It is Municipal Brew Works. It's the coolest thing because the old municipal building in Hamilton, Ohio, just north
Yeah.
of Cincinnati.
Uh-huh.
It's it's an old Art Deco building, so it's really, really cool
Ooh,
architecture.
yeah, dude.
But
Yeah.
they had the firehouse was in this building. And
Okay.
so the concrete is super, super thick for the fire trucks.
Yeah.
So that was perfect for putting in
Fucking
fermenters.
stills. Yeah, yeah.
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 Yeah. So
That's
Municipal
fucking
Brew
great.
Works. You can find them on Facebook, you know.
Yeah, I'm looking it up on because I was just we went in first weekend of
Yeah.
August, we went to a guys trip in Cincinnati. I would have liked to know that you knew the owners then and
sorry.
demanded free beer.
Well, I
I'm
don't
trying
even,
to see if
I pay for my beer when I go there.
Yeah.
yeah, but I shouldn't have to.
Right.
I'm just seeing if I because every once in a while I'll have a beer from there. So okay, I'm just gonna put it on my bucket list to like get their beer because it's somebody who
It's
knows
available
somebody.
and they
Yeah.
can and everything. They do good.
Yeah,
There's lots of
okay.
Support local
awards.
breweries. Support
Mhm.
local, you know.
They've actually
Ooh.
opened a second location even. There's like a big sports complex on the other side of the river from where they are that does like indoor soccer and stuff. And they opened another the branch of their
Front.
brewery there,
Yeah.
and they
Well,
have more space to brew.
Brian, this might
Nice.
piss them off, but I looked up this brewery and right away I see you had a beer from there
Yeah.
in 2021, March of 2021 in your comment. The beer is called Going Viral. You wrote Windex with an exclamation point. Why did you write that?
Oh,
Did it taste like Windex?
no,
Oh.
it wasn't a beer because it was a seltzer. They sell a flavored seltzer that's like blue and it looks like Windex.
Looks like Windex.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hard seltzer. Oh, it does say hard seltzer going viral.
Yeah. And so Jim, well, one of the owners, my fraternity brother, he brought me glasses. You got to try this, and I said, "What is this? Windex?" That's what it looked like.
You wrote that in your comment. You wrote
And-
yummy for the Irish stout. Yeah, that's funny.
But
Oh,
what's
you write a lot
crazy-
of comments here. These are
Yeah,
good.
I've been there a couple times, but they it's weird because that's their number one seller. They make these award-winning beers
But
and
the
they sell more
ciders sell the best
seltzers than any
seltzers and ciders. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Well,
Yeah.
that's cool. So those of you who are listening, go check out Cincinnati, Ohio Municipal Brew
Nope,
Works.
Hamilton,
Oh,
Ohio.
Hamilton, Ohio. It is Hamilton. It does say that on there, Hamilton,
Yep.
Ohio, which
Municipal
is
Brew Works.
right next to Cincinnati.
Hamilton, Ohio.
Um,
Like the musical.
yeah,
Yeah.
any reason to drink a new beer is a good one.
For sure.
Um,
And you
so
can buy it
that's-
at like Jungle Gyms, and it's they distribute it in the area too. I know there's another fraternity brother lives in Dayton, and he got
Okay.
them to carry it. So
Okay.
their bar there.
Nice.
So they
So-
get around a little bit.
You recently posted a picture on Facebook at I think you were at a hockey game at your daughter's. Now it's your daughter's
Yep.
school.
Yep.
And you were with a bunch of dudes. Were those fraternity brothers?
Those two are fraternity brothers, and
Okay.
one of them is also a men's chorus dude.
Okay. And do they just happen to be nearby, or do they also
well,
have children that are going to school?
He
there?
lives in Toledo also.
Okay.
That guy, the men's chorus and fraternity brother. So I've been to hockey games with him in the past. Jeff Stevenson was there as well, but he was
Oh, I
on the
love
other
that
side of Jessica.
Yeah.
But he came to that as well.
I love
And
Jeff
the other
Stevenson.
guy, he is a currently furloughed federal agent
Oh,
agent.
geez.
with the Treasury. So
Oh.
I told him he lives in Dublin, Ohio, so near
Okay.
Columbus. So we used to go to hockey games together when we were there. And I said, "Hey, I'll be in town going to the hockey game." I said, "It's not like you're doing anything. You might as well come up and watch hockey."
So, do they still do that newspaper thing that they used to do?
No, because
Like,
nobody has newspapers.
oh, so they don't do that anymore. That whole thing.
Some people still chant it, but they don't.
I can't
uh,
remember. Remind me what the thing was. The
Yep.
chant.
What they would when they were
Whole-
announcing the other team's lineup,
Yeah.
they'll say, starting at goal.
That's right.
And they would say, Joe Hunsaker, and everybody's
Yeah.
got newspapers in front of their
Yeah.
face, and they
Yeah.
yell, "Who's he? Nobody!" And they put the papers back up.
That's
And then they
right.
say the next guy,
That's
"Who's
right.
he? Nobody."
That's
And
right.
so it was just intimidating for the
Yeah.
visiting team.
So somebody, the accounting director at my work, who also went to Bowling Green, reminded me of that just the
That's
other
crazy.
day, and I was like, oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. So when she hired me, she's like, she interviewed me, she was like, okay, we can't even start this interview first. First, I got to just say Bowling Green, and I was like, yeah, Isaac Zumba, and so that's crazy. And then we just had a tribute band last weekend, a Fleetwood Mac tribute band, and the drummer also went to Bowling Green, graduated in 2001. And I was like, "Oh my God!" And yeah, he was like, "Have you been to Miles Pizza yet in Greenville?" I'm like, "No." No, he lives in Charlotte, so I was like,
Oh,
"Bullshit." I was like, "Bowling Green, what the hell?"
but see,
Um,
that's one of the cool things is that this dawned on me like 10 years ago. I was at work and I was out having my lunch outside my building, downtown Chicago, and
yeah,
some guy walked past and he was wearing a Bowling Green t-shirt. And I was like, "Oh my God, Bowling
yeah,
Green." And
yeah.
and he was like, "Yeah." And we talked for a little bit. It was really kind of cool. And then it dawned on me later, like people who went to like Notre Dame and Ohio State and Michigan, they don't,
They wouldn't have that.
chances
Yeah,
are the person
Yeah.
you're talking to got that at Walmart anyway.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Maybe they're an alum, but
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
So, but
These
that
smaller
was
schools, you're only gonna
right. When you
talk
see
about.
it,
You're only gonna wear that if. Yeah, there was a guy that walked in the Wax Out Tap House where I hang out, had a BG hat on. He was pissed about the Browns. I was like, Bowling Green. I went to Bowling Green,
that's
and
cool.
he's from Toledo. I think that guy went to Central.
Wow.
I'll have to find out his name.
Yeah.
He's told me his name. You know what his name is? His last name is like Schottenheimer, I think. Do you know what
Oh,
Schottenheimer's?
the coaches.
I only remember because of the coaches, I think. I
Yeah.
could be wrong.
I don't know
Anyway,
personally,
well,
but that also
yeah,
happens too.
yeah,
That like I was wearing a Toledo Mud Hens hat one
yeah.
day, and
Toledo.
somebody came up to me and said, "Is that a Mud Hens hat?" And I said, "Yeah." Turned out both his dad and grandfather played for the Mud Hens.
Played for
Nice.
him.
Yeah, and
Wow.
this is some dude I met in the Jewel parking lot here in Chicago.
That's crazy.
But
That
that was
is
really
crazy.
neat. That like, oh my God, yeah, been to a
Okay,
ton of
what's the
games.
craziest story you have from the frat house? Like something like, oh my God, this crazy thing happened at a party or somebody shat on the floor or
Well, we were the nerds, remember?
yeah, yeah. Well, that's all. Still
So
shit on the
I
floor.
mean,
Yeah, I mean, you can still poop where you're not supposed to.
well, that happened. It happened.
Poop stories.
I
Any
I
poops?
I don't know any
What
Josephine
about a
poop
specific
ghost
stories.
stories,
story?
but we did have we did have a prank that was frequently pulled was the Alaskan baptism.
Oh.
And that we had a huge ice maker
Uh-huh.
in the fraternity house, so we always had ice, which was nice. It was like a
Okay.
hotel ice maker.
Yeah, yeah.
So we would wait for somebody to go in the showers, and we all got those big 32-ounce cups of ice water, and we'd all at the
Oh
same
my
time. And
God.
so yeah,
Because they can't
Oh,
avoid it that way.
no,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
then they try to get out, and you don't let them out, and you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
keep,
Keep
yeah.
pouring it.
I don't know why I thought of that, but that happened.
No,
No,
that's a pretty good one.
yeah.
So that's not hazing. Was there hazing
No,
or is that the
no,
hazing? There was
no.
no hazing?
That was the thing is that I'm like, I'm not doing any of this rush crap.
Yeah,
And
hazing and drink
I
a bunch of
like
milk and all
I
that.
like all these people though. They're cool. But what was
Yeah.
nice is that my fraternity didn't have pledges.
Oh.
And you wanted to join and they invited you to join and you were an associate member before
Oh.
you went through the ritual.
Oh.
Like every fraternity is, but so there was no pledge process or anything.
Oh. Okay.
So then
Nice.
I was like, oh, okay, because
Yeah.
otherwise I'm not interested.
Gotcha.
I don't want to.
Okay.
I'll humiliate myself just fine. I don't want someone else to humiliate me.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah,
Cool. Okay.
which is why I hate being volunteered for stuff. Like
like
reading on
podcasts?
stage. No, come up. No, that's okay.
Oh. Oh,
But like
like
come up on stage. Like
yeah, come up
no,
on
I'm not.
stage, do a magic
Mm-mm,
trick or whatever.
no, I don't like that.
Okay, what about ghost stories in the theater? Do you have any ghost stories in all of your years of theater in Chicago and everything else?
Ghost stories, no. I mean,
Okay, well,
there
I'm
was
gonna
always
fast
the
forward.
talk of ghosts, but
Oh, but
I never
you
had.
never had an experience.
No.
So we got to how you met your wife. Pretty soon after that, you got married, moved to Chicago,
Yep.
and then a few years later, I followed, and that's when I met you. And I know the rest of your life. But and then we talked about the acting, the successful acting. At some point, you owned or you ran like a harp store or something, or a what
Oh,
was it?
that was a job I had for 2 years. Was
Oh,
Lion and Healy harps.
uh-huh.
They are the harp manufacturers, like the Cadillac of harps. So every symphony orchestra around the world
Yeah.
has two harpists, and chances are it's likely a Lion and Healy harp or a Salvi harp, which are now actually the same company.
Oh, really?
Nice.
But
Do
I
you did
worked
you sell them? Did you sell harps?
I didn't sell harps. I sold the accessories. So I sold sheet
Oh,
music benches and stands and
okay.
earrings and all that other stuff, cases and transport systems. So I was the manager of the customer service department
Okay.
that had like a catalog, so people could call in and order things or
And
mail.
where in Chicago was that?
Right at Ogden and Lake. So it's
Okay.
kind of down by the United Center.
Okay, down there.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Hmm.
when I moved to Chicago, you were doing that and you were like
Yep.
in the middle of a I don't want to say midlife crisis, but you're like, why the fuck am I doing this? I'm not doing any theater. I'm just
Yeah.
working at this harp place, which
Yep.
I think we all find ourselves at different times like, what am I fucking doing? I'm just like before I moved to Charlotte, I was like, I'm just working with people with disabilities and I never wanted to do this. This was a temporary job. We were going to be back in Ohio for like 1 year for Amy to get her master's. And we're going to go back. Then we had kids. And all of a sudden I'm like, I'm a father in a job I don't like in this cold climate. That's not even a big city and fuck Ohio. And then we got the opportunity to move to Charlotte. And I was like, oh, weather and baseball teams and football teams, and stuff. But then I think at that time when you were working at that harp store and we came and we're like, hey, we're showing us around.
Yep.
If I don't know if that sparked something, but then you were like, yeah, I'm gonna audition for stuff because we were all like, we're here to audition and be in
Yeah.
things. And then you started doing all that again, and then you like took off. Like it seemed
Yeah.
like you did a bunch of stuff from then on, and then I don't know when you got the agent or whatever, but
Yeah.
maybe sometime after that. And then I think we did one play from your Stone Circle. Oh yeah, talk
Yeah.
about that. You moved to Chicago. You guys started a theater company.
Yeah, well, it was really kind of cool because first job I got in Chicago was working for Borders Bookstore down on Michigan Avenue, right by the water tower. I
Oh
worked there for
right,
3 years,
yeah.
but those were the smartest people I've ever worked with in my entire life.
The people at
And
Borders.
yeah, I mean,
Nice.
everybody reads all the time. And it was so cool because everyone's a passionate reader
Yeah,
and they all want to recommend stuff to you. And I
yeah,
started reading stuff I never would have ever picked up, just from my own taste. So I started reading things that I'd never even considered. And it was awesome. And it just
yeah.
like I became this voracious reader for a while, a long
That's kind of
time. And
cool.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
just loved it. And I miss working at the bookstore. It was really cool.
And that
It
was
was
Borders Books down
right by the water tower
by the Water
on
Tower
Michigan
Place,
Avenue.
whatever. Yeah, Michigan Avenue. It's
Yep.
probably still there. I mean, I don't know if it's still there,
The
but
building's there, but the bookstores,
bookstore's
Borders is
gone.
all gone. Yeah,
Yeah.
they went bankrupt.
Yeah.
But
So a couple of years ago, Steve and I went to Chicago to see. um, there's a little theater there at Water Tower Place, right in there, right
uh-huh.
around
Mhm.
That's
there.
the Looking Glass, which is David Schwimmer's like one of their
I guess that
founding.
must be where
Oh,
we
the
saw the 20-sided
20-sided
tavern.
tavern. Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
stayed in a
It
hotel
was
right
good.
around there. And I don't know if I showed you, Steve. I was like, that's Borders and Brian McCartney. Yeah. But you also
Yeah.
worked with a famous actor, right? From 30 Rock.
Oh, yeah, Jack McBrayer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jack
But he didn't
McBrayer.
work at the bookstore, but he was involved with our Stone Circle Theater group. So that's how that
Oh,
started. Because at the bookstore,
yeah,
we were just chatting one day and like, oh, I'm an actor, and oh, I'm a
yeah.
director, oh, I'm a scene designer. And it just like
Oh,
we had the people there. We're like, what are we doing? So we got
yeah.
together and we started a theater company and wound up doing a bunch of shows for a couple of years.
That's how
Yeah,
you
so
started Stone
that's
Circle.
how that started. And
Oh,
like
so
people
yeah,
brought in their friends,
yeah.
and one of those people brought in Jack McBrayer, so who was
Oh,
studying at Second City at the time.
gotcha.
Nice.
So
So I
he
got to
did a
hang with
couple of your
him.
plays.
Not actually the plays, no. But we did a couple films.
Oh,
He was
okay.
in one of the films we did,
Oh,
and we used to do these. We called them Borders Nights, but you know how bookstores always have events and things like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
We would do once a month. We would do something, just to because we couldn't rent theaters. We didn't have money, but we
yeah.
wanted to just
Yeah.
do something. So once a month, we had a standing gig Friday nights in the art section, and we would do stuff. And sometimes it was
Nice.
just interpretive retellings of songs. We would use
Yeah.
song
You mean you
lyrics,
would
or
do that in the bookstore?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
or we do
Nice.
little skits, or just little one act plays and stuff. But people could come and sit and watch, and it was free, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
we passed a hat and used the money to that we eventually started to be able to rent theaters, but that's how we started.
Oh, that's cool. That's the
That's
kind of shit
cool.
that happens in big cities. You
Yeah.
can do that. You start off like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, that's how I met Jack. He was awesome.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know why I thought he worked there.
Nope.
So that's wrong on my part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
That's excellent. Yeah. So I think that kind of that's a lot of it. And you became a Broncos fan because your aunt
Yeah, my
lived
aunt
there.
lived in Denver when I was a kid, and she used to send me autographs.
Broncos
She's
stuff.
really
Oh yeah, well that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's
But
I
being
always
in
wonder how
Toledo, we
Yeah.
were right in the middle of Detroit, Cleveland, Columbus,
Yeah.
Cincinnati,
to
Indianapolis,
be-
Chicago.
Yeah, you're
well,
just
to be a Broncos
everybody's a
fan
different
in
fan.
Toledo, that's the
Yeah.
stance, dude.
Yeah. Well,
Like they're like
that was my flex.
that's a flex. Seriously. You can
So-
like any Browns fan ain't got shit on you, man.
You have no ghost stories, no alien story. You never been abducted by an alien, seen a UFO.
Not that I know of.
You don't have any
Um,
magical powers, ESP, any kind of predictions, or
I'm pretty boring. No.
You're
you
not
poop?
boring.
Do you
have many
poop at work?
skills
Do you
and
have a
talents. You're
toilet that you?
gleeful, man. Ooh,
Well,
favorite
I work
pooper.
at home most of the time.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
What about when you go like there's big flights all across? Do you poop on the plane when you go
What's your
across?
favorite
I've never
airport to
pooped on a
poop in?
plane. Never pooped on a
Never
plane.
pooped on a
Airport.
plane. Airports,
No,
you
and
poop in an
that's
airport?
after trips to India, when I didn't have Imodium with me, that it was amazing that I didn't poop on a plane. But
Yeah.
You
Yes.
didn't without Imodium and going to India. So that's
That's
the
a
other thing.
mighty Midwest Constitution, sir. Good job.
mm,
Brian currently has a job that takes him across the world a lot. So he does a lot of travel, a lot of Thailand, a lot of he's been to
my
India a few times.
territory is Asia and the Pacific. So
Okay.
China, Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore,
Yeah.
Australia, New Zealand,
Places where you
Indonesia.
blend.
Have you ever been
Philippines.
caned in Singapore? Have they ever
Not
caned you?
yet. Not
Okay.
yet.
Well,
It
don't
could
spit your
happen.
gum out.
Right. Don't bring
Yeah.
your gum. Leave your gum.
Do you ever
Yeah,
have any
no need for
issues
that.
like language barriers that you like
Oh yeah.
frustrated, like you can't communicate something?
In the major cities, it's not a big deal. Like if I
Yeah.
go to Beijing or Shanghai or Tokyo, it's not a problem, especially because I'll stay in like Western brand hotels.
Yeah.
But most of the places I go, we're the idiots. People
Yeah.
speak English all over the globe.
Yeah.
That's
and
true.
we're the
Yeah, we're
We're
We
the
have
ones
trouble
who
with
don't
ours.
do other languages.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
So and there's some lessons for you too. Is Beijing. A lot of Americans say Beijing,
Yeah.
but it's Beijing.
Beijing.
Beijing. And
Beijing.
capital of Japan, Tokyo.
Yeah.
It's 2 syllables. It's Tokyo. It's
Tokyo.
not It's not Tokyo.
Tokyo.
It's
Tokyo. Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Tokyo. Yeah.
Tokyo.
And have you ever
Tokyo.
seen our friend Junichi
Tokyo.
in Tokyo?
No, you tried to hook me up once, but
Didn't work. Yeah.
Kakatoa, right?
Yeah.
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 How do you say Katakoa?
I don't know.
Kato-
I remember
Kata-
him
we
getting
always said
dropped on his
Katauka.
head.
Junichi
Yeah.
Katoka.
Oh,
Katauka.
Katauka.
But we probably said it wrong. Anyway, but yeah, so this has been Brian McCartney. This has been very interesting conversation.
I've enjoyed
riveting.
it.
Thanks for doing this, Brian. And
thank
did you
you.
learn
Yeah,
anything
I've
about Brian, Steve, that you didn't
Oh,
know?
I've learned a whole lot about
Yeah.
Brian. I didn't
I
know
did
much
too.
about Brian. I didn't know he started out DeVoe. I
Yeah.
didn't know he went to the Sacred Blunts.
Yeah, Sacred Blunts.
The
There's
Sacred
a lot of
Blunt
stuff I
Academy.
didn't learn.
Yeah.
Next time we need to just talk about your parents only and get their
Okay.
history.
Maybe you should do that, a podcast with
Oh,
them.
yeah, I am friends
Well,
with your
I'd rather
dad
have you
You
there
are?
with
on
them, yeah.
Facebook. Is your mom
Nice.
on there too?
She's there.
I
Yeah.
think she's there. Yeah, I think she comments on
Well,
stuff sometimes.
if we do one with his dad, his mom should be just off camera.
Yeah, just off camera. I gotta say, your dad, he always likes like everything I post about my job, like theater stuff. My boss likes it, and your dad likes it. So it's
that's
just
awesome.
two likes for those. Like,
Cool.
he's always very like willing to like all my comedy stuff. Yeah, your dad's one of the greatest guys ever. Felt like I had something else. Well, now I guess you get to decide, Brian.
Yeah.
Are we still
Oh, shit.
friends? Like you get to choose whether or not because this whole thing is like
Oh.
who the hell are you? Why are we
Yeah.
friends?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's the point of
Should we
this.
keep this going or is it time for this to end? It's up to you. Is this
Because this is all to clear out his friend list because he
I
has way
need to
too
give
many
you an
friends.
answer right now.
Yeah, it's now. Do you want to remain friends on Facebook as of now? You can get back to me on this.
Okay, maybe
If
we
you
ought
want.
to work out some sort of compensation.
Yeah, that could work. I mean, you're my
I
oldest
think
friend.
we can be friends.
The
I think we
currency
can
of friendship.
Yeah,
All right, we're gonna stay friends on
we
here.
will stay friends.
Yay.
Can you?
Friendship.
Well, I know as soon as we get off here, I'll think of something else that I wish we would have asked. But well, this was Brian
Part two.
McCartney. Brian McCartney is an actor, a singer, a frat boy.
Cuddly motherfucker.
What's your work title? What's your work title? Where are you at work?
Sales manager. I'm
You're a sales manager?
Yeah.
Badass sales manager, world traveler, a liederhosen
Joy
owner,
to be around.
a husband,
Yep.
A father.
everybody's
Yeah.
dad. Okay.
A friend.
Well, thanks for doing this. I'm gonna. Do you have any last words before I end this?
No, it's good chatting with you fellas. Sorry, I don't have any
Thanks.
exciting airplane skills or anything like that that
No,
I
I can't
could
believe you
share
never
with you.
shat on an airplane. So from now on, I'm
I
gonna
No, I
think.
meant
can.
like I
I
did what
can.
one of your other friends became a pilot. I
Oh,
was
he is
so
a
impressed
pilot.
with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that he learned how to do it because he just wanted to, and I think that's so cool.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I know
decided to
Hunter.
become a pilot. Hunter Brame. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
became a
that guy.
pilot. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have anything cool like that. So
No,
I'm-
you have
Well-
many cool things akin to that.
Well, so I will say about airports real quick. One day I'm trying to work a stand-up bit about this. I haven't figured out what to say about this,
Oh,
but
cool.
last couple
Let's
trips,
workshop this.
last couple times I've been in an airport, I've noticed this trend of people. I feel bad for these people because like when you go down to a gate, like sometimes I'm at like A23. That's 23 gates I've gone past. I've probably passed 10 bathrooms, but a lot of times
Yeah.
in these bathrooms, I'll see all the stalls. I'm just peeing, but the stalls are full, and there's a line of people waiting to take a shit, like because they're just waiting for a
Oh,
stall,
man.
or they're just real shy.
Yeah.
They want to pee in the stall, but so I'm like thinking the third guy back, like you're the third guy back, and you're gonna wait for the 10 guys who are shitting out to finish shitting, and the guy in front of you to take a shit, and the guy in front of you to take a shit, just to take a shit in that nasty place where they shit. There's a million more bathrooms. Wouldn't you just go to the next one? Or maybe they've already gone to 3 more. And then I was
Yeah.
thinking, that's the worst situation to have to be in, like to have to wait to take a shit at an airport. Like, not just take a
No,
shit at the
yeah.
airport, but you got to wait to take a shit. You have to
Yeah,
shit
no,
so
I've
bad,
never-
and you're just hoping you make it to take a shit at an airport, and you're
Yeah,
willing.
but you don't want to do it on the plane. You don't want to
No.
be
You
that
don't want to
guy.
do it at the plane.
I-
But then
Yeah,
I
really
decided
should.
just last week, I took my daughter for her driver's test. And at the DMV, I had to pee. We had been there for a while. I had to use the bathroom. And I instantly knew this is worse than an airport shitting. Because somebody, as soon as I walked in, there was just one toilet. The men's room was one
Oh.
toilet. I walked in there and somebody had just taken a
Oh.
nasty shit at 8 in the morning at the DMV. And I was like,
Oh,
poor me, I got to
man.
smell this. And then I thought, no, poor that person. That person had
Yeah,
a shit
taking
there.
your morning. That was their first shit of the day.
They took a morning
You don't
shit
want to
at the
start your
DMV.
day.
I
Probably
never want to
employee.
shit at a DMV.
Yeah, probably.
A DMV bathroom is the worst place to shit, I think. I mean,
Worse than a
a zoo,
bar?
a zoo would be
Worse than
bad. The beach, you
Yeah.
never
A
want to shit
porta
at the
potty.
beach.
Porta
Porta
potty.
pots are bad at a festival.
Yeah.
Hey, I've seen some squatty potties in some of my travels. You don't want to use those.
Oh yeah, have you been to places where they actually shit in the floor? Like you just
Yeah.
squat over the floor?
Yeah.
Ooh, where's that? Thailand? They do that in Thailand?
Couple places, yeah.
Where's your next trip?
Hopefully Thailand, Bangkok. I'll be in
What-
Bangkok in January.
January. Okay.
Yeah, and then this
Okay.
year I guess still got to go to India, and Japan,
Just this
Yeah.
year.
and Germany. Yeah, that's coming year.
Wow.
Oh, next year.
Oh, the coming year. Okay.
Yeah.
2026.
I thought that's what you had to do before January.
Oh no!
Was
I'm
like,
not
I
going
gotta go
anywhere till
for it.
January. No,
All right.
no.
All right.
That's
I'm
good.
done.
Well, safe
Yeah,
travels.
usually- Thanks,
Yeah,
sir.
man.
Take care of
Yeah.
yourself
Okay.
Yeah.
and shit
Enjoy
on a
the
plane.
poops. No shit on the plane. Just
Let us
enjoy the
know when you
poops.
shit on a plane and we'll record an extra addendum episode.
That'd be great. If I'm willing to fess up to it, you will be the person I call.
That
Well, I
and,
mean, I
and
don't
we'll
know if
record
anyone
it
else
for a
would care.
podcast.
Right.
Tell Jessica we love her.
Okay, she went to bed a while ago.
Oh, go wake
Okay.
her up and tell her.
We love you too.
All right, we love you, Brian McCartney.
Love you guys. Take care.
Brian.
Friendship.
You too.
Joe drinks beer, still smokes weed. They're asking Facebook friends who do you really be? What was your high school mascot? It's a friend check. Let's go deep and explore. Are we just acquaintances or something more? Let's find out. Let's open the friendship door. It's the Friend Check Podcast, motherfucker. Who the hell are you? Why are we friends? Should we keep this going or is it time for this to end? It's the Friend Check Podcast, motherfucker.
Check out historyforjerks.com for some other cool content. American Timelines, the Nerd School podcast, the Deborah Jo Ruppyverse, and the Gruff and Loud Show. Plus a cool shirt shop with fun nostalgic merch. You can order a Gordon Jump zip pouch or a Ralph Mouth shower curtain. Only a dipshit wouldn't want a Ralph Mouth shower curtain.
History for jerks. You're the jerk. We think that history, motherfucker.